Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. That was a long I don't know why I did that long So you do the intro. I panicked. I took your spot.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hentai Heathens, our episode after New Year's.
Yeah, which I'm still in the middle of editing, by the way.
Well, yeah, when Muffins name drops everyone.
Hey, you'd be surprised how many fuckers actually name dropped. Walrus name dropped. You name dropped.
Yep,
as I've been going through the 4-hour fucking recording, there's a lot of name drops.
Yeah, especially at the end, probably, when I was...
Very sloshy.
Yeah, very sloshy. Pretty good.
So, soon, hopefully by the time I upload this one, there should also be the New Year's special, which, to give you a rundown of it, I had the bright idea to do a recording on New Year's Eve with all my friends over, pulling them in individually, having conversations starting around, 2 p.m. when we first started.
Yeah, just
to about 2 a.m. And there was a lot of drinking in between, so it gets very interesting towards the end.
Yeah.
And speaking of New Year's, though, one thing I want to tap on is fucking Die Hard on New Year's. After already drunk as shit, the night's done, everyone's going home, he's going to crash at my house because I don't allow fucking drinking and driving if you stay with me. So I got him chilling on the couch. He's jamming to some Pink Floyd, which is the best way to get him to calm down and relax.
Yeah.
I figured, all right, I got him. I've done this multiple times. He's just going to chill and pass out now. I got to go take a shit. So I go to the bathroom and take a shit. I come out. Well, he's not on the couch. I'm like, oh, crap. Oh, maybe he's in the bathroom. I look in the bathroom. He's not there. I'm starting to look out back. Nowhere to be found. I open the front door. Thankfully, his car's still there, so that was a relief. And I'm just digging my house up, panicking, because I just lost a fucking drunk friend, which, is not how you play caretaker.
Yeah, no.
And then I get a text on my phone that just says, left.
Yeah, that was interesting to find out. So, I came to on my couch with Soul, and I'm sitting there, and I look over to Soul, I'm like, hey, Soul, how the fuck did I get here? Because I had no recollection of how I got there. Yeah, we were sitting on the couch watching Flash, and I look over, and I'm like, I'm home. How the fuck did I get home?
Yeah, so I had proceeded to text him, like, where'd you go? And he's just like, out for a jog. Like, the fucking, it's freaking January in the mountains. It's fucking 19 degrees outside, and you're out for a damn jog. While also being drunk on New Year's Eve. Newsflash, there's cops everywhere. And you're now violating public indecency. Not really, no, not public indecency. He wasn't naked.
Yeah.
Public intoxication, which is against the law. So I asked him, well, where are you at? And he told me, already down the block, heading home. So I had to jump in my truck, which, truthfully, I probably shouldn't have been driving. But my last drink was probably like 3 hours before any of this went down, so I was already sobering up pretty well. And I have to get in my truck. I pull up on him, just tooting along down the road, happy as could be. You're like, get in the fucking truck. And you're like, but it's so nice outside. It's freezing. Get in the truck. I'll take you home. And you were all bummed about it. You're like, oh, but it's so nice.
Yeah.
And finally, I got him in the truck. I had to literally walk him up the driveway to his house. He took so long to get the key in the door that Soul literally heard the rummaging and came and answered the door because it took you forever to unlock it. Got you in your room, basically threw you on your fucking bed, and I told Soul, he's your problem now. He tried to wander off on me while I took a shit. I gotta go to bed. It's 5 a.m. now. I need sleep. I've been up for fucking 26 hours at that point. I'm like, I gotta go. And then, and the rest you already heard.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was great.
Yeah, no more fucking moonshine and vodka for you.
Yeah.
So you get for eating the fucking peach inside the moonshine.
I ate all the peaches in the moonshine.
You fucking psycho. Oh, yeah, and we also got fucking Ender here today.
Welcome. How you doing? Thank you.
Oh, he's so quiet.
I don't know why it's so quiet.
There
it goes. It's finally picking up.
Because you're leaning back too much. But, yeah, New Year, that was a hell of a night. You bailed because all the fucks in the living room were just playing Monopoly, and you said, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah, it's a lot of teaming in Monopoly. You don't team in Monopoly.
Yeah.
But it just ended up getting boring real quick, and everyone kept bouncing out more and more and more, and I knew that game was going to go on for another 2 or 3 hours, and I was just sitting around waiting for that.
That's why I don't play fucking Monopoly.
And that's exactly why I was like, you know what? Like, turn 4, I was like, You know what? I'm selling all my properties.
Well, that's why I told them to put on the Monopoly Go. The Go version, it speeds up the whole process. The game, a 3-hour game will turn into a 45-minute to an hour game. That's what I kept telling them. No, we got to play regular Monopoly.
Yeah, no.
It got boring real quick, and then no, I just wanted to go home and lay down and not really even think about it, because my bedtime's now around 10, 11. It was already pushing that time.
Yeah.
I only had 2 drinks, so I'm like, do I want to walk there? Do I want to drive there? I'm like, I haven't drinking anything in an hour and a half, so I'll just drive real quick. And I mean, if I can't drive 600 feet home, then something's going on. Something's wrong.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, it was a fun night, and I think the episode turned out pretty well once I finally get through the 4 hours of beeping out fucking names. First time I've had to actually go back and edit an episode. But everyone can say, "Oh, it's not that big of a deal." So what? I like aliases or
aliases.
Aliases. I like nicknames. I grew up on nicknames, all that shit. This whole channel has been nothing but aliases. I mean, fuck, me and this fucker Ender wore masks while doing Loot Crate. Like, I've always admired like those kind of performances, whether it be like
it's the anonymous channels, the channels that don't just blatantly, oh, this is what I look like, and this is what my name is, and everything like that.
I get it more not from really channels, but from bands like Slipknot, the new Sleep Token, Hollywood Undead. I've always been a fan of masks, period. I always loved wearing masks as a kid growing up. I still wear masks now. And, YouTube just gave me a reason to wear a mask and not be a creeper. So I took advantage of that. I also extremely lost my opportunity during COVID because I wanted to go out wearing my fucking YouTube mask that I wear all throughout COVID. And I kind of missed that opportunity. I didn't do any recording during COVID. I was too busy preparing to be disappointed.
Yep, absolutely.
I was so looking forward to either Civil War or fucking zombies, and I got neither.
COVID was the perfect time to be able to wear your mask in public. You could walk by schools and not get the cops called on you because no one's there.
Yeah, it'd be a first time ever for me.
Perfect.
No, I am not banned from all elementary schools. I'm not a fucking pedo. I kill pedos. But, we were just sitting here trying to discuss a topic of what we were going to pick. I had the idea that I want to start doing little like flashcards of just have people write down random topics, random things, and throw it into a hat, and then we can just reach into the hat and here's our new topic. Let's talk about it. Who the hell wrote incest porn as the topic? For some reason, that's the first thing to come to mind. Don't judge me. I only have one sibling. They live far away. But I don't know. Like, just try to pick from your head. I can jump fucking topics in my brain, no problem. Like, you want rando shit, I'm your guy.
Games.
Basic.
That's what I go towards right off the bat, dude.
Bitches.
But it's like, with games, though, there's so many different categories of games that you can dive through that, I mean, that's something that I know too well. I mean, you could bounce through anime, you could bounce through comics, you could bounce through whatever the hell Marvel and DC's doing now, which is utter disappointment. There's
go Image Comics.
Yeah. There's so many different topics. Once you start diving into anime more and more and more into the deeper level, I start bouncing a little bit out of that because I'm not all the way into that as well. But
neither is he, truthfully speaking. He watches the mains, and that's it. I try to get into deep conversations about all these animes. Like, I just finished watching season 2 of Girlfriend, which I don't think either of you have watched.
Nope.
I've seen a little bit of the first season because Jay wanted to watch them, or Soul.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Girlfriend, so just a little rundown. We're not going to get deep into it, but I love this show. Like, you like rom-com, you like romance.
I like action romance. I like having I mean, romance isn't bad. So I
agree with you. Romance sucks. Fuck romance. Rom-com, though. Romance comedy.
Yeah.
I've been getting a lot more into that. And Girlfriend's fucking great because it's like a realistic harem. Not that harems are ever realistic, unless you're Mormon. But, so this dude, he already has a girlfriend, Saki, he loves her and all that. Then this other chick comes out to him and says, hey, I dropped out of school like the past 4 years to learn how to cook and become the best girlfriend possible because I'm in love with you. Please date me. He ends up getting in this dilemma and all this, like, oh, but and he actually catches feelings for her, but he still loves Saki. Like, then the moron has the idea to pitch to Saki, how about I date both of you at the same time? Let me two-time you. And they end up going along with it, and like, it actually, like, wow, this is actually working out pretty well. But then you start getting to like season 2. Obviously, there's some bumps because you got the two girls competing over who's the favorite. But this dude is so like upfront, openly honest that it's like great, and he's so over the top about everything. It's really funny. But then you get this YouTube girl who ends up catching feelings for him and gets so mad because he won't give her the attention she wants. So now she straight camps in their fucking backyard where they have to call the cops on her and shit. And then his first girlfriend's best friend actually had feelings for him originally. Like, I guess the point where all 4 of them are living in the same house now. The girlfriend's friend won't admit that she has feelings. Like, it's a full-on rom-com, and it's actually a lot of fun. It's funny. I really enjoy it. I think it's great. Like, I mean, I love Rent-A-Girlfriend, which is a similar rom-com, but not really that. I mean, it's got some comedy. But compared to Girlfriend, like, Rent-A-Girlfriend's not funny compared to Girlfriend. Like, this one's fucking hilarious. Like, it's on the level to me as, like, Konosuba, that kind of comedy.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that.
And I love Konosuba. There's been a couple of those I've been watching recently. I've been really getting more and more into the romance comedy. Between that and Reborn as a Vending Machine has got to be one of the best ones.
Reborn as a Vending Machine.
I just saw a meme too where it was like showing all the isekais, like Reborn as different characters, and they're like, oh, we hate our body, and then it shows the dude from Vending Machine. He's like, I'm a vending machine. Awesome. Life's great. That's a pretty funny one to check out. Like, dude literally is a full-on vending machine. He can't talk. He has sentience.
Yeah, you said it right. Sentience,
yeah, he has sentience and all that. So he learns to communicate with like the auto talking of the machine. Like, thank you, this much money. Like what vending machines would say. Yeah. So he's actually learned to communicate like with this chick by using that. And it's actually really cool. He finds out he can change his inventory because it's based in like a adventurer type area. So you have adventurer guilds going out and fight. And he learns he can stock his himself with like food essence. So the parties realize he's great to bring along on adventures. You know, you gotta. And the chick who like he learns to communicate with, literally like she's strong as fuck, walks around with a fucking vending machine on her back.
And mind you, she's tiny.
Yeah, she's a little.
She's a tiny lady. She's strong as fuck.
Yeah, she's barbarian class pretty much. Like it's a pretty fun one to watch too. I enjoy it. Konosuba though, like shot up to being one of my favorites. Absolutely, I love Konosuba.
Have you seen the movie yet?
No, haven't watched the movie. I did watch the God's Gift on This Wonderful World is the original, and then there was season 2, which was the prequel to it all. It was this Explosion on This Wonderful World.
Yep.
Which is the prequel to Megamine, which obviously is the fan favorite. Everyone loves Megamine. What's your magic? Explosions!
Just one.
Once a day. Once a day. That's probably one of my favorite episodes, is the one where she's constantly practicing on that fucking mansion. Thinking it was abandoned, and then the fucking night dude shows up like, some psycho's been blowing my house up every day.
And you just see Megamine and
start walking away. Yep. I love that episode because the whole time you think it's abandoned, the dude shows up. This fucking psycho's blowing my house up. I'm tired of it. Konosuba's so much fun though to watch.
Absolutely, definitely one of my favorites to watch again. And I'm definitely enjoying watching through it.
Indeed. What is it? That one? Did that one just get a video game? No, the other one I've been watching. My Next Life as a Villainess, All Roads Lead to Doom, just got a video game. And then Jujutsu Kaisen is also getting a video game this year.
Yep.
By the looks of the trailers and all that, we're looking at another arena fighter, like the Naruto Ninja series.
Yeah.
At least is what I'm taking from it so far. Hopefully it's not a fucking cash grab like Jump Force and Victory Versus was. Hopefully it's a better game than just some fucking cash grab.
Hopefully it's a built game and not just thrown together in a year and then thrown out.
Yeah, because even the like Naruto Ninja Storms, they're very popular games, but I tried playing them with fucking Ace. Dude, you got like 2 buttons, that's it.
Oh shit, really?
It's very, very basic.
Damn.
And it's hard because like Dragon Ball Z has some of like the best video games for being based on an anime, with the Budokai Tenkaichi series, the Xenoverse series, then Fighters being literally announced one of the best fighting games of the year when it came out. Makes me wonder why these other animes, because they're all made by pretty much Bandai Namco, why don't they actually put the effort into these other games? Why do they make such garbage?
I think it's because Dragon Ball's so popular. I mean, yeah,
Jujutsu Kaisen's literally being called the new #1 right now.
These newer animes are becoming super popular, but it's not the same. So you have what, like 30 years of history with Dragon Ball?
Yeah, I believe that shit started airing in the 80s.
Legitimately 30 years of history with Dragon Ball. So it's really hard to beat out Jujutsu Kaisen that has like 4 years versus Dragon Ball that has 30 years.
See,
a gigantic fucking fan base.
That's why I try to convince people, like, whether if you want to admit it or not, because, everyone hates on Dragon Ball because they don't want to admit that it is the #1 of all time. And you'll never convince me otherwise. I'm not just saying that because I'm a massive Dragon Ball fan. It's because you can ask any motherfucker any normal Joe who's never even knows what the word anime technically means. They've heard of the words Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, and
everyone
if you
knows
hold up a picture of Goku to a random person, they're going to be like, oh yeah, that's Goku.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Motherfucker has parades in Mexico.
Yeah, seriously.
Legitimately, there was a big old fucking Goku balloon. They had a big old Dragon Ball Z parade down in Mexico. I think that was last year or something like that. It was awesome.
It's the same thing with like Pokemon, dude. People that don't know Pokemon, but they look at Pikachu and they're like, I know that person.
Yeah, Pokemon's another very big one. But, it's mostly the argument amongst what's, called the big three, which is Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece. And sadly, you can't be a fan of all three. You got to pick one and you got to fight for it.
Yeah.
So I don't look at it that way. I've always looked at it more as you got Dragon Ball Z sitting at the top, right? Not just because I'm a Z fan, but because it's just facts here. And then the big three below that would be Naruto, One Piece, Bleach.
Yep.
There's your actual, your big three with Granddaddy fucking Dragon Ball Z above them all.
Honestly, you're not wrong, because Dragon Ball was one of the first animes in the U.S.
Yeah, the West Coast.
Yeah,
it wasn't one of the first. The first was actually Rocket Boy, I think is what it's called.
But Dragon Ball made anime popular.
Dragon Ball is what really brought anime to the West Coast, for sure.
That's why I say it was one of the first.
Yes.
It was one of the first in the U.S. to actually, become, air quotes, mainstream.
Yeah. And then now you have, which I agree, people saying the new big three now being Jujutsu Kaisen, Bleach, or not Bleach, sorry, My Hero Academia, and Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Which, is fine, but at the same time, they're very short. Demon Slayer's already done, pretty much.
Just about, yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't know when the manga's going to end, but it's not very long right now where the manga sits. And then My Hero is literally approaching its final chapters right now. So either y'all need to learn to write longer stories, or do what fucking Dragon Ball and all the originals did and have a fuck ton of filler. Make your shit run longer.
Yeah, no, but I think that's what really turns people off of the big three.
I know.
Is all the fucking filler. Because in Naruto, you have an episode that's actually canon, and then a fuck ton of filler before you get the next episode.
Yeah, isn't there I think there's a stretch in Naruto that's 150 episodes of filler straight. Yep. So, it is what it is. But I don't know. I just hope that the new Jujutsu Kaisen game is actually good. Reverting back to that, because that, or I really, really want another Dragon Ball Fighters, but I don't want Dragon Ball. I want they're trying to do with Jump Force, with all those where they try to combine all the animes into these arena fighters. I say fuck that. Give me the 2D platform that Fighters had, and give me all anime crossover fighting game. You know how awesome that would be?
Actually, it'd be pretty fun. I would actually enjoy that a lot.
Yeah, having the Fighters fighting system, but with all anime, I think would be fantastic. Almost be like cross versus.
Yeah, cross tag.
Cross tag, yeah.
Yeah, where you have Persona and then
you even got Ruby in cross tag, which is awesome. That one's great. It's a super arcade fighter. You'd actually probably be decent at that one. Well, no, for being an arcade fighters don't really take much skill.
Yeah, it's just button smashing. And
Exactly. For some reason, he's good at that one, so I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'm really good at it.
I remember I trained you many years ago in Mortal Kombat, so...
Yeah, no, the thing is, like, when they put on fighters, I'm like, nah, I'm good, because I know I'm going to get fucking rocked. But as soon as they put cross tag on, I'm like, alright, bet, let's go. Because I'm actually pretty good at cross tag. It's weird.
Yeah, but you've never really been into fighting games, Ender.
No, I never really got into it. I mean, Mortal Kombat 1 is probably the first, like, fighting game that I actually started to enjoy and wanted to learn until you started mastering every single character.
Wait, you tell me you didn't enjoy Mortal Kombat 9 in high school? You didn't enjoy that game?
I had no feeling back then, so yeah, I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, in that sense.
You were getting pretty good with Cyrax back then.
That's because I had the same 3 combos over and over and over again. There was no combo learning. I didn't have a care for learning a combo of a character. It's not like Mortal Kombat 1 where I start with Raiden and I'm like, okay, I really like Raiden. Raiden's doing really well and I like the combos and I like the being able to link combos, and then I figure out, oh, Sub-Zero can do even better and do more. Like, and then I start bouncing around that, and then I start going to more characters, and that's a whole different ballpark. The issue though with 9 is 9 was way faster. Like when you're doing combos, it like 1 looks like you're doing it in slow down, like slow motion, versus 9 where it's like everything's happening in like sped up, feels like.
Yeah.
And that's why I can never really look at it. Like I just looked at a gameplay between Injustice 1 and Injustice 2 and it's like, holy crap, dude, these guys are insane. Like you're moving your buttons way faster. You look at the control and it looks like they're button smashing. In reality, they're just doing combo after combo after combo, linking into this. And then you look at Injustice 2 and it's like, oh, I mean, I could probably learn that. That's not hard. You just press a button over and this and this and this. It's like, it's way slower. They definitely slowed down the fighting style for Mortal Kombat for sure.
That's why I had such a hard time with Mortal Kombat 11, to be precise, because that came around not long after Fighters had come out. And Fighters is fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, that is fast. So going from that to Mortal Kombat 11, which, counting the past 3 years, not years, but the 3 generations of Mortal Kombat, up to 11 was just so fucking slow. I couldn't take it. And it pisses me off because all my life I have prayed for my boy Spawn to be a Mortal Kombat. and I get it.
Get him, and he's
in the
so
worst
slow.
one of the past fucking decade.
Yeah.
And it hurts, and that's why I think too, like Injustice 2 is a good example. They tried to put too much. It's a fighting game. Because Injustice 2, dude, you straight have fucking armors that can up your defense. You have they have so much
to it.
So much shit you can put on your character. And then even like Mortal Kombat X was okay. It had the three system you could pick pretty much. You pick a character and then there's 3 fighting styles you could choose from, which is cool. It's like, all right, cool. It adds a little bit of diversity, you know. Then 11 made it to where you just go and customize your fighter pretty much. You have a select chart you could pick special moves from, but there's only you only get to pick 3. And some of them count, like a certain move will count as like 2 slots. So now you can only pick 2 special moves, and it just...
That's stupid.
They were adding way too much shit into a fighting game.
It's like they were trying to turn it into like an RPG or you have to have custom builds for your fighters and do all this, when in reality it should just be you pick this character, I pick this character, whoever's better wins, and that's it.
I was okay with like 3-part system of like pick which 3 fighting styles you want to use. That was pretty cool because then we could both pick the same guy but technically have different fighting styles,
and it would play differently.
Like that was okay. My favorite thing probably about Mortal Kombat 1 is they really did dial back on all that. They took out all the fucking extra bullshit customization, all the fucking, like, they even took the whole crypt out, which the crypt was cool at first, but then again, it got too fucking complicated come 11. That's where you go and walk around, you know, use your coins you earn to unlock shit. No, in this one, they just got the shrine.
I wish
a gacha machine.
They need to add like a mass opening, like you can open 5 or 10 at
least.
a time.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
with
even
you.
5 at a time, I'd be okay with it, because sitting there and opening one and then
by
waiting
one.
45 seconds to open another,
Yeah.
because it's taking its time to do that. No, that's
Yeah, they should
makes
definitely
me
do
not want to open the crypt.
That's why I just do it whenever I get the money. I just do it immediately.
Yeah.
But I wish they would. Like normal gacha games normally have a roll 1 or roll 10, which they should definitely put in one of these updates at Mortal Kombat 1. But a lot of people were bitching about the customization in this. It's like, dude, it's a fighting game. You can change your color of your outfit and you can change one item on your dude. That is plenty for a fighting game. I don't need all this fucking extra customization bullshit going on. It's a fighting game. Hell, back in the old days, all you could just fucking pick which color you want.
Yep.
And that wasn't even Mortal Kombat. The only way to get different colors in Mortal Kombat was if we both picked the same dude, and then yours would be a little bit darker. Like, I like being able to pick colors. Dragon Ball Fighter is a good example. Like, you literally have all just basically 12 to, I think, 15 different colors. It's like, cool, that's all I need.
Yeah, no. And I think that's one of the main reasons I also don't like fighting games is these newer generations. Like, if you pop in Mortal Kombat 9, I'll play it for a little while, and then I'll get bored of it. But these newer ones, I was playing with Gobo, and it was literally just like, dude, I have no clue what any of this shit is. I'm not going to go through the time to learn any combos, so you're just going to smoke the shit out of me because you've played several hours.
That's like every game now, though. You look at a game, like an older game, and you pick up, like even an RPG game, you pick it up and you're like, hey, you know what? I could learn this in like 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. You know what everything does? Starfield, for example. You go into there and you have like 27 character traits and different traits on top of those traits and different traits on top of those traits. But these traits do different things. And this trait doesn't work with this trait because, oh my God, it's just, it's so much. You add fighting games on top of that and it's like, dude, we're getting too like in depth of games that it's like we got to slow it down a little bit, or we got to start like not adding too much. Like that's why I'm okay with the character customization. Like Raiden, he gets a character change of a color or a skin, and then he gets a hat.
Yep.
He doesn't need gauntlets or shoes or, pants or uniforms and everything like that.
Well, it's
he doesn't
funny
need any
you
of
talk
that.
about that like overwhelming shit. Look, you literally had to build my dude on Cyberpunk. Because I had no fucking clue with all this extra shit going on. Like, what do I do? I just want to stab things good. It's like, oh, then you want to do this ability, this ability, this ability, and have this weapon and this one plus this modifier and this like, oh, okay, can I stab good now?
Yeah,
you stab good now.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
Cyberpunk though, like they went in depth. They went from being a very very good and build like game that you could build it well, and then went to a whole different system of. That armor that you spent, 15 hours collecting, that like your pants and your gear and your glasses, yeah, that doesn't work anymore. Now you have to use a whole new customization, like, and then you're like,
which I agree with though, because RPGs should be that way. I fully agree with that in RPGs.
Yeah,
in fucking fighting games, absolutely not.
No, I don't think that if you want to make a RPG style fighting game, you could definitely do that. But the issue is once you start putting that into a multiplayer style, it's just going to be too much. A good example of that is actually a Xenoverse 2. So Xenoverse definitely walks the line of being RPG with making your own character, unlocking abilities, special fighting moves, all this. And I have over 700 hours in that game. Yeah. I play the game a lot. And yet the second I step into online fights, I'm smashed immediately. Well, it's the issue with build fighting and like anything like that, you can attest to this of being Elden Ring.
Yeah.
You have somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, brand new, raids into your world, and you're over here like, I got my dual like blood swords and I got all this gear. Let me solo her. Yeah, you just entered the wrong area, man. Like, and that's the whole thing is you can't grab two people. You could have the same amount of time and the same amount of hours, but you could be somebody that grinds out the little nicks and everything to get your character to be as strong as human. Yeah. Borderlands.
Yeah. You know why I was looking at you like that, motherfucker.
With me being Borderlands, and like you could have somebody that plays the game just to play the game. They want to, enjoy the story and just do the story missions and do that.
I'm over here just still looking, open up crates and shit, and this motherfucker like, boss dead, next area.
Yeah,
like,
let's go to the next area, man.
I just got this ammo box open.
Yeah, you start learning that you can start pairing stuff with different stuff, and speed and all the stuff. With Borderlands is a whole different ballpark to that, but with Elden Ring, like I was talking about, you have somebody that actually takes the time to go out and explore the world and unlock different weapons and unlock the dual swords. Those are my favorite of all time. But somebody joins into my world, you're getting bleed damage like a motherfucker, dude. You're not gonna be able to move, man. And then you have somebody that wants to just go and do the bosses and play the game and enjoy their game, and it's like, no, I don't want to do that.
So
it's because you got fucking casual players and then you fucking sweaters.
Sweat.
So,
Don't
but
call me a sweat.
for Elden Ring, it's not really a sweating thing. Like that usually falls into like a multiplayer setting, but it's more of a, you have the people that want to unlock everything. It's the either the collector base GTA for me. I wanted every single car. I wanted every building. I wanted every office.
Yeah, I guess I'm guilty at that when it comes to Xenoverse 2.
That's why
I've been grinding that shit to unlock every ability and transformation I can.
You throw somebody like GTA for me, somebody wants to blow me up once, I will use my entire arsenal of every single thing I own to make your life hell. Elden Ring for Die Hard. Hey man, I've played the entire game. I know how to kill every boss.
Yeah.
You have a random little player that wants to join me, man. It's like, hey dude, I'm ready to go. Let's do this, man. I'm going to make you want to leave before you die.
So it's really funny because me and my buddy Ikran literally just play on the same server.
Yeah.
And we'll wait for people to spawn in just walk up to them like, hey, you raided, die.
Yeah, dude.
That's it.
I've accidentally raided. I meant to join my buddy, and I went into a random server, and the guy was like, "You didn't mean to join, did you?" I was like, "I really didn't." He was like, "You're gonna die now." I was like, "Great, dude. Thank you for letting me know ahead of time." And just like after that, I'm like, "I'm never joining somebody ever again, dude."
So you can kill players?
You can raid other people's worlds while they're playing.
Oh shit!
So while you're out doing your thing, one of the first bosses, the horse, the mounted horse rider, and I had somebody join me while I was fighting that dude, and I'm like, who the heck is this guy, man? Like, I'm not trying to fight you. After I found that out, I turned that off until I started getting into a higher level, but people can just join and try to mess with your world and do that. I mean,
damn, that's like fucking...
I love that idea, though, of being able to do that and be able to mess with your stuff.
I do, too, but at the same time, because I love Sea of Thieves. But I'm a very casual pirate.
Same.
I kill skeletons. I fish. I like to just chill on my boat. And the next thing I know, here comes this fucking galleon of 4.
Yeah.
Like, hello. There's all that fucking treasure you just spent 5 hours gathering on your own.
Yeah, no. So in Elden Ring, it's a shitty thing of me to do, but I like camping at the final bonfire.
You bitch. And it's camping whore.
It's literally right next to the last boss door. So I'll raid a world, kill them before they can enter the boss door, and collect a bunch of shit that they drop.
Ooh, that's like the same fags on Sea of Thieves who like to sit at the fucking islands where you go to sell your treasure.
Yep.
They'll just sit there and wait for you to come sailing in.
Sea of Thieves is the one game that I didn't care to learn how to do combat and do all this stuff. I just enjoyed shooting and blowing up skeletons, man.
For real.
That was the most enjoyment thing in the world, dude. Just riding around in my boat.
That's my favorite thing, man. Just get on the boat with the friends and start playing my ukulele.
Yeah, dude, that was a blast though for Sea of Thieves. But the issue is people just...
I mean, I get it. It's a fucking pirate game, too. Legit. Yeah. It's a pirate game.
Yeah, that's
damn, man, these fuckers got strategies. They got the fucking hide emoji where they can just crouch and hide in corners.
They hide behind crates.
They know how to do the sword dash thing where you can get like far as shit with a sword dash, and it's just... Whew, I'm just here trying to fish on my little boat, man.
Yeah, they learn how much damage you actually have to do with a sniper rifle or a shotgun before you melee, and it's like... I'm just over here. Let me reload 1 second. Hold on. Wait. I'll come back to fighting you in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sea of Thieves it would be a lot of fun if you could have more of your friends on.
So the first time I bought Sea of Thieves, I didn't have any friends who played. So I was playing alone. This group came on, and they literally turned on chat in game, like, "Hey, how you doing? You want to join our crew?" Like, because I had like a couple skeleton skulls and shit, and I'm like, "Oh fuck yeah, I'll get on with you guys, cool." And I get on their boat with my treasure chest, and then they stabbed me in the back and fucking took my shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude.
They were playing so cool, and they were chatting and everything like that, and they were being super cool and all that, and then they just fucking murdered me.
Yeah.
And then they come back later, like, "Oh man, sorry about that. We were just fucking around. Like, you can rejoin our crew." And I tried to pull my gun out and shoot them. They immediately killed me.
Yeah.
They repeatedly killed me.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. Now I gotta give them credit, man. That's fucking pirates right there.
That's a pirate thing right there, man. Hey,
man.
yeah, welcome aboard,
Hey,
man.
come on, newbie.
Welcome
Join our
aboard.
crew.
Fucking die. Step.
Yeah,
Welcome to Sea of Thieves, man.
that was literally, that was my first day playing too. That was my welcome to Sea of Thieves, and I'm like, motherfucker. Well, it's
Now I have
legit.
trust issues.
It's fucking legit. Oh yeah, no, I've had other crews try to get me to join. They might have been sincere about it, but I said, "Fuck you," and I stabbed them first. But I do love that game. But like I said, my favorite thing is to get drunk and play the instruments. And I love how your instrument playing actually gets shitty the more drunk you get.
You can hear it just
hear it in the
dwindle down
instruments.
more and more.
What to me is like, what a fucking great little detail. Like most games, the instrument just makes its noise no matter what. The fact they made it to where it literally starts getting shitty as you're drinking is just such a great little detail to me, and I love that. But I actually been really wanting to get back into Sea of Thieves, and then we got Skull and Bones on the horizon. I don't know if I'm going to get into that. I'm not getting it. No?
It just looks like...
You were so excited about it, though, originally.
Yeah. So, the delaying, I'm okay with delaying it because I'm hoping that it's a well-built game. The issue is with games now is they're releasing games that doesn't matter how much they're delaying it still comes out as an incomplete game. And I'm so afraid of a new big game. Oh, Skull and Bones is going to be a new pirate game. Yeah, dude. So I thought about Redfall. I thought it was going to be a great vampire slaying game, open world co-op with your friends, 4 players. This is going to be great. You're walking through the map, and it's like...
I got a picture of Skull and Bones. You're fucking on your boat, and all of a sudden it's like, why is the ocean above me? And you're fucking sailing on the fucking sky somehow. Like, okay.
So yeah, like if they release it and it shows promise for the first, month, then yeah, I'll think about getting it. But if I see day one worst launch in history, like that's gonna be a big thing. I'll be like, okay, yeah, awesome, another game bites the dust.
That's why I think we really need to take a step back in video games nowadays, because you look back to fucking old school, there was no bugs.
Yeah.
You go fucking slap in that fucking plug and play Super Nintendo or something. It's like, bam, game's done, ready, let's go.
Well, that's because the time to develop a game then was... Now you have to get... mouths have to sync, and, when you create a character, they have to line up the movements, and you have to line up... It's like, it goes so get that. In depth.
My only advice, quit fucking announcing your game so ahead of time. Give me some... Mortal Kombat 1 did it fucking right. They literally announced that shit, and then it was available for pre-order that weekend, and came out in 2 months.
Yep.
Quit announcing your shit so fucking ahead of schedule.
Well, I like dark releases. Just release a trailer and say, hey, available now. Like, come pick it up. Like, dude, that's amazing.
Because I get so fucking hype over a trailer. It's like, oh fuck yeah, this game looks awesome. I can't wait. Coming in 2020. Fucking 6. So
Dead Island 2. Yeah, coming in 2 years.
Fucking years.
Yeah, you had to wait 13 years for a freaking Dead Island 2. Yeah. The issue is just I feel like companies are just start developing a game, don't realize how much it's actually going to cost developing the game, and they go broke developing the game.
Yeah, no, I really want them to just start doing fucking day, like announce it, and then it comes out that day. Or if you still want to do the pre-order shit, show who the true fans are. Say, hey, we announced this game on Monday. It's out this Friday. Better go order.
Yeah, literally. I would love that. I would love more releases that actually just, instead of giving us a teaser trailer and then making us wait for Wolverine, for example. We got a teaser trailer 5-6 years ago. Elder Scrolls, what are we on? Elder Scrolls 7?
Yeah.
We got a trailer for that of a here's what it's going to look like. This is going to be so cool. 10 years later, we still haven't gotten a single fucking bit of gameplay.
Yep.
We don't know what's going on.
Yeah. And truthfully, they could just ditch the whole like pre-order bonus. Instead of it being a pre-order bonus, be like a week one buy bonus. Like after the game's released, you basically have, if you buy within like the week of release or 2 weeks of release or something, you get basically what would be the pre-order bonuses.
Well, I was just laughing about how I pre-ordered Avatar, terrible game, but I pre-ordered Avatar on PlayStation, and you could still buy it now. Right now for the same exact cost and still get the pre-order bonus. And I'm like, wow, dude, I feel so great that I paid extra I bought this game, months before it released to get this extra stuff that people could just get for free now. Like, I stopped releasing pre-order games because, or if you do release a pre-order game and you allow people to go and try the game, actually listen to what they say and change the game based off of it.
Yeah, take advice from the fucking Sonic movie. Look what happens when you listen to the fucking masses. Who are the ones who actually consume and fucking pay for this shit? Maybe you should listen to the consumers.
Yeah.
Like props to Sonic for actually listening, because you imagine that fucking train wreck if they didn't listen.
With that fucking weird ass face that he had.
Personally, I'm a little disappointed they did change it though, because I wanted to go see that fucking nightmare train wreck.
No, dude, that was fucking nightmare fuel. Just like fucking big ass teeth and shit. Hell no.
Like truthfully, the only reason I went and saw the original Sonic in theaters was because I was still hoping it was going to be a train wreck, and it actually turned out to be a really good fucking movie. So much that we're getting a third now.
Yeah. See?
I haven't even seen the second one.
Me neither.
Seen the first one.
Hey, I own them both now. Got them in the $5 bin, man. I love that shit. Both of them in the same package. So I actually do need to watch the second one. I heard it's actually even better than the first was. So speaking of Sonic, though, man, I still think that we need to get our Smash Brothers movie. With the Mario movie being released, being such a success,
Sonic being so
the
good,
Sonic movie being released, give me a fucking Metroid movie, a Star Fox movie, and a Kirby movie, and then bam, we're now set up.
We're
for
still
a fucking,
missing one though. We still need Link and all them.
You could do, I guess a Zelda movie would be another one, and then
the issue with Zelda is that's still so big. They're still making games that are massive. Call of WoW was huge.
The new Tears of the Kingdom.
They're so big. So when you make a movie based off them, it has to be as perfect as Mario was and as perfect as Sonic was. It needs to be backed very well.
Indeed.
Because when you make a movie based off of a game,
and Zelda fans are diehards.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. When
Zelda fans will tear them apart.
Yeah, they will.
When you make for me, I'm terrified about Borderlands. I think it's going to be horrendous. I think casting somebody that's 6 foot tall in the video game that's a 5'5" character in real life, I'm terrified. They're just because Borderlands has comedy doesn't mean that it needs to be a pure comedy.
True.
Like, the game, you play through it complete, you'll realize there's a lot of dark things in the game, and they're playing it off as a comedy.
I hate fucking live action adoptions, period.
Yep. Avatar.
Borderlands, to me, would also be one of the worst ones to do, because Borderlands is extremely known for its over-the-top art style that it has.
It's very,
hand-drawn fucking animation style that it has, and you're going to take that away with live action? Fuck you. You know how cool an anime would look with that style?
Absolutely. And I would look forward to it. I mean, you look at all these games that do very good visual work, very good cutscenes. Overwatch, we had a lot of problems with, but you look at the trailers for it and you look at the stuff like that, it's like, hey man, this looks very good. Like, game companies are doing that. Borderlands in live action, you're ripping away the entire art style that it is, and you're ripping away everything that Borderlands is. People don't like Borderlands because, I don't like the gameplay. No, a lot of people don't like the game because the way it looks.
And I love the way it looks.
I love the way it looks.
That's the only reason I even got into it with you, was because of the way it looked.
It looks visually stunning for a lot of different aspects. And if you're just going to rip away that whole thing, then you're just...
You're doing more damage than good.
Yeah.
You really are.
Like, have you seen the new trailer for Fallout?
No.
The Fallout TV show? Have you?
No.
How well?
I don't want to.
How well is that going?
No. Is it bad?
The thing that scares me is Fallout is known for their monsters. They're known for their, death claws and snellygasters and all their cool names and all these fun things. in the game, you can make it whatever you want to make it. If you want to make this dude 10 feet tall, that's go nuts. Like you can do that. But a live action, you're
good luck.
The one creature that I saw that was in it, I mean, it looked okay, but that's just in a frame by frame. I want to know how that thing looks chasing after you. I want to know if it's just a CGI nightmare and it doesn't even look real. But for a movie, if they were to make a movie, you can have a much, much bigger budget. Mm-hmm. But for a TV show, you're limited unless it's on a big backing, which it's not. It's not like Witcher where it's backed by Netflix and you can go
HBO being one
you
of the
could
big
go
dogs.
above and beyond. I don't even know what. I think this is Prime, but it doesn't. Prime isn't even known for video game TV shows or video game movies as it
Mind
is.
you,
Not
Prime
true.
makes shitty adaptations for video games and comic books.
No.
Except for their animated ones.
No.
That's it.
Because I will give credit to Prime for The Boys.
Yeah,
But that's not based off of anything.
Yes, it is. The Boys is an Image comic.
It's an Image comic.
I've read The Boys, that shit, and they did really good. Like, they did well on The Boys, and they did definitely amazing on Invincible. Those are both comic adaptations of Image Comics.
Yeah.
So there's a little speck of hope there. I mean, to me, they do better than fucking Netflix does. That's for sure.
The issue that I'm having the most with Fallout is who's the main character? What's his name?
Right? Because the dude's never had a name.
Tell me what the courier? Okay, cool. Like, or the lone wonder? We don't know anything about him. The only trailer that we've seen is a female protagonist, and
Of course, it's got to be female.
they're just roaming in their little vault suit. But like, the trailer looks. I'm not gonna say it looks promising. I'm intrigued more than anything. But the issue is you don't. Are we creating a fresh new story, a brand new everything? And if we're doing that, that's got to be very, very in-depth.
Needs to be written by the game devs.
And it needs, yes, it needs to be written by Bethesda. It needs to be created by Bethesda, and it needs to be well done. Because I have a lot of hate for the games that Bethesda keeps creating. That Redfall, for example.
That was Bethesda?
Yes.
Shit, I didn't know that was
Yes,
Bethesda.
dude.
I mean, Bethesda's always been known for having some bugs.
That's why I'm
but holy
terrified
shit.
for Blade. I'm so scared for Blade because Blade is Bethesda.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know Blade was going to Bethesda. Fuck.
So when you have, but Bethesda's always done Fallout very well because that's their, that's
Fallout
where they're
Skyrim,
at.
that's their backbone.
That's their backbone. I mean, you throw the big three. Dishonored was really well done, really well made.
Yeah,
Love Dishonored.
1 and 2, really well done games. Fallout. Even when I went back and I played the originals, I mean, they're not even close to what it is now, but it's more of a top-down, but it still had a very well-built game. 3, New Vegas, and 4, even 76, what 76 is now, like, they're very well done. Like, you could tell they're at home when they're making these games.
What I don't get is why do they keep picking, like, animes, games that are so unrealistic? If you want to make live action, because I just thought about this, Dishonored doesn't have that much over the top shit going on. That would actually work as a live action movie. You know, besides basically you'd make a shadow teleport, like that's not hard to do in CGI. Like there's very few things in the game that is massively over the top. It could be done in live action. Something like Fallout with this massive fucking world, giant creatures, nuclear wasteland.
The issue is that like when you look at Dishonored and you play through 1 and 2, they only talk about what's going on in the moment or what's happened in the past 5 years. They don't talk about what's going on in England or what's going on in whole other countries and stuff like that. Like, but Fallout, man, they discuss you play through 3, New Vegas, and 4. They talk about world scale, and we're talking about other countries, and other countries are falling. Like, so I'm terrified if they just throw a game based off of, or a show based off of 3 or 4, they can kind of go along with it, and they can just follow the script of that. That's great. That's it has promise. The issue is once you start going off the rails. You see, and for me, like one that just what popped in mind for me, one of the shittiest adaptations was the World War Z movie, because I actually read the book. Yeah. So the book is actually a past tense. The book takes place after the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
And what it is this reporter
literally traveling around the world, asking all these different people what happened and their experience during the rise of the zombies. And because the zombies are all gone, the world's back to basically recovery mode. And this reporter just goes around getting all these stories from all these different people of what had happened to them during the zombie apocalypse. And then you got the movie, which is just one dude in one fucking town trying to survive the zombies. And I hated it so much for that reason.
Yeah, I remember when you recommended the audiobook to me, because I had read it, and when you're reading it, you're just doing it in one voice, but in the audiobook, they literally have a whole cast reading the book to you, and it's literally like the reporters going and asking these people in Russian accents, Asian accents,
very, very good
accents.
audiobook.
It's really fucking good.
Another game, we're on that. Another game that had a TV show backing that still comes to mind that just is probably one of my favorite games, Last of Us. That is a key sign. Like, yes, it was decent. I watched it all the way through. When you change entire areas
and Walking Dead,
completely revamp everything to make it more suitable for everybody else.
Like Bill's story, that pissed me off real bad.
The Bill story. One of my things is the first, I think it was the second episode where they have to go through the House of Clickers.
Yeah,
that mission was like 2.5 hours long, man.
Yeah,
you're going through.
That's the mission I never got past.
You're going through. You have to go through this building to get to this building, and then get to this building. You have to go through the subway area to get to this other big building, and then you're done. This one is like, oh, we have to walk through a building, and then the 3 clickers come out, and then that's it.
The 3 clickers where the game had like 20. So it's like
and then the other thing is like, there's a connection between the zombies. There's this connection that's like through the earth that tells them like what the fuck, dude?
Well, they try to sell them as the hive mind or some shit.
Yeah, it's a hive mind. It's literally like one zombie dies, everybody knows what's going on. Every other zombie knows what's going on.
So they did do that for a reason. So the show is backed by Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
So that's how you know it was going to be a decent show. So what they did, normal cordyceps released the spores.
Yep.
And for them, having someone with a gas mask, because realistically, you're not going to have just a closed off area where there's just a fuck ton of spores while this side is all clear and you're able to put a gas mask on.
Yeah.
So that's how they worked around that aspect of the game, is by having the mycelium, air quotes, talk to the zombie or infected. So
gotcha.
And when you look at, because it was by HBO, when you look at what Neil Druckmann did and the writers for the show did, they all collaborated to change the story a little bit, but not so much that they got their heads torn off over it. I mean, it was still enough for me to be upset.
I mean, I was triggered that we only got one bloater. Don't get me wrong, he came out ready to fucking kill everything, and I loved the way he just slaughtered through everybody. Yep. And that was probably my favorite episode, just because it showed very well of like, in the game you can kill them pretty quickly in some areas, but. Mm-hmm. If that was in like real life, you're dead. Dude.
Yeah, you're fucking dead.
You're not getting through that. So, that was a really big, intriguing, like, oh shit, he literally came out and just ripped somebody's head off like in a heartbeat.
And it's really cool because in the game, if you get hit by him, he literally pulls your fucking head off, and to see that in live action was just awesome. Yeah. I love that shit.
But the Bill thing, I mean, I was looking forward to it. I'm like, dude, I can't wait for them to get to this town and see this survival prepperist dude that's just gonna, like, he's ready, dude. He's been ready for this for a long time. And then you get there and it's like, the town's empty.
Yeah, he killed himself. Yeah.
I found my, I just set up traps in the area. No, dude, like, what the, come on, man. I wanted the school mission. I wanted this big horde of zombies mission. Like,
and I was looking forward to seeing the bloater in the school too.
Yeah,
because that's the first time you run into the bloater.
That's the first time you run into a big bloater. Yeah,
and when we got all that other extra shit, I was like, oh, they tore out a whole section, a whole fucking section of the video game, and made it into their own propaganda. So that's how I felt about that. I was very disappointed.
Did you play the second one?
I did.
I'm really intrigued to see how they're gonna put the second one, because the second one was a long game.
Yeah.
I mean, even the first one, they skipped a lot of, snow missions and stuff like that of the later time. They skipped a lot of that. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed Joel like going on a massive slaughtering spree in the hospital and being able to one-man army everything. Yeah. But 2 is, you have 2 different completely like base characters. Like you've got a whole week of Ellie and then a whole week of the other character
of Abby,
and then you have an after of all of that, and then back to different areas of the going to Santa Monica and all that. And I'm really intrigued to see if they put that all into one season, and if they do that, that's going to be terrifying. I'm going to
be very disappointed
because that's going to mean that they're going to have to put. I mean, what was the first one? 10 episodes, 8 episodes?
I think it was 10.
So 10 episodes. That means that you're going to have to do, I would say, 1 episode for the beginning, 1 episode for the end, and 4 episodes per person. That's not enough, dude, at all.
Yeah, no.
Whatsoever.
Yeah, so
that's a game that if you were to play it through and through, and you were to be a really big fan of 1 and then go play 2 and then rewatch the show, you would be like, what the hell is happening, dude? What are we doing?
That happens to me too much, so.
That's why I'm like...
Season 1 was 9 episodes.
So
I went and checked.
I mean, 9 episodes, that means you're going to have to have a whole mission. The whole first mission is going to have to be an episode, because that's a long mission. And then I would say if they do the ending, the after everything, that's going to have to be a whole mission. And then what? They're going to stick 3 episodes on Abby and try to fit it all together. No.
Yeah, no.
They need to do part 1, Ellie, part 2, Abby. That's what they need to do.
Yes.
That way they could take their time through everything.
That was loud.
That was very loud.
That was very loud.
Yeah, no.
I have mine on silent.
Yep,
so
my bad.
What I'd like to see is the first week have Ellie's, and that be a whole season.
Yep.
And then the next season, so they can stretch it out a little bit. The next season be Abby and her whole week.
Yep. And
then the season after that be the whole aftermath in Santa Monica. That'd be perfect.
They absolutely could. That. I mean, the biggest one that I was talking to my mom about it, like, because she doesn't know anything about any of this. I told her, I said, you wait till we get to the sky mission where you're going above everything, and then we have to go down through the building to the hospital. I said, if they don't make that justice, and I want to see thousands and thousands of zombies through this building, because that mission was hell. That's honestly the mission that I'm like, all right, Ellie, perfectly fine, through and through, great. Get to Abby, I'm like, all right, now we got to go up to the sky building. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'm going to take a break from this game, because
dude,
you go into the bottom of the hospital, dude. It's just, we're talking about like stories and stories. Think about like in a business building, right? How many people couldn't get out in a zombie apocalypse? How many people are going to be trapped in this building, right? And it's a dark area, so that's where they love to be. And now you have to go from the top, instead of going bottom up, you have to go from the top down of an abandoned, crushed building.
Damn.
Yeah. It's with no ammo, no, you're just it's so screwed, dude.
Fuck that.
And I'd be really interested to see how they do the Rat King. Because the first time I saw the Rat King,
I had to put the controller down. I screeched, freaking out, dude.
I screeched like a little girl, paused it, set the controller down. I was like, I'm taking a break for a second.
Well, the entire time I knew something was coming, because you could sense when you sense through walls, you could sense it. The moment I entered the ambulance, I was like, dude, I know something's coming, dude. And then the moment I saw it, I was like, I'm taking a break from the game, dude. I'll come back to you during the day, dude. I'm not doing this. But yeah, that's a big adaptation that I mean, they have a big bar to fulfill. They have a big glass that they have to be able to fill, because the entire, player base of Last of Us, I mean, I know I was disappointed completely through the first 5 missions, or the first 5 episodes. It got better a little bit more and more, but I want something that is thoroughly intriguing and is got me like breathtaking, and I want this like I want to be like proud of what they're doing, supposed to.
So I never watched it, but I heard The Witcher was actually a pretty good.
Witcher was the first one that like. What's your thoughts on that? The Witcher, I played the game through and through, and I've read the books.
So they're not going based off the video game. So no, they're going based off the books. So if you've read the books, you'll really love it. So the first 2 seasons were based off the books, and they did fucking fantastic. And that's one of the reasons why Henry Cavill quit, is because the developers were like, oh no, we're going to ditch the story of the books and do our own thing. So what Netflix did is they made a whole prequel show, or was it a movie?
It's like 4 episodes.
Okay, so they did prequel show.
It's not big at all. It's a very small show.
And totally rewrote the history of Witcher. 100% rewrote everything, and it's shit.
Of course it is.
It's shit because they're not going with what Andrzej Tarkowski wrote. They're going based off what they want. So, season 3, I haven't watched it yet because I'm very nervous about. I'm very nervous about it because this is where they really start to fucking branch off.
I'll tell you this: Witcher. Henry Cavill's carried the show for
seriously.
He's the one who played the Witcher dude.
Yeah, so he you gotta think. So
he looked the part because I saw the part.
His voice, everything plays the part because when he played Witcher, like he played the game, he has that very raspy voice. Yeah, he's got a very deep and everything like that, and he plays that very well. First season, phenomenal. Second season, phenomenal. Third. If fourth is not going to be Henry Cavill, it's going to be
Liam Hemsworth.
It's going to be Thor's brother, which is Thor's smaller brother.
Oh,
so he's very much thinner and very much shorter, and you're grabbing the whole player base of Witcher and the whole book base and people that actually love The Witcher, and you're putting them behind an actor that is also a very big fan. He's played all the games. He's watched all the little like comic stuff that they've done for it.
So this is what Liam Hemsworth looks like.
That's the new Witcher?
That's the new Witcher.
Wow. Shit, I could play the fucking part of that.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Absolutely. And I said, dude, find the most Viking looking dude and put him as the Witcher if you're going to have anybody. Because the issue with the third season is, I'm not going to say it's terrible, but if it wasn't Henry Cavill, it would be terrible. It's only good because it's still him. I would say that I'm really glad I watched it because, to me, Witcher died on season 3. That's it. I won't watch anymore. It's like you mentioned Walking Dead before. Walking Dead died after the first like two seasons to me. Like
I couldn't get through fucking 3 episodes.
Yeah, no. Actually, looking back, because you gave me the whole first compendium.
Yeah.
And
see how much fucking shit they changed?
Changed like crazy from the show and the comic book.
Like I said, they took it and they said, fuck your original author's idea. We're just going to do our own thing. And literally, that was my first experience really ever. Because I was never really much into books growing up. I'm massively fucking dyslexic. I had a hard time reading growing up, so I was always behind on books. Walking Dead was one of the first comics I actually started getting into because the girl I was dating at the time was actually into comics. So she started getting me into... She was a massive bookworm. Like, I was a gamer, she was a bookworm. So she actually started getting me super into books. One of the first books I actually read, still says on my shelf that she gave me, is called The Last Book in the Universe. It's actually a really good apocalypse book.
Okay.
But she also got me into reading the Walking Dead comics, which, keep in mind, at the time, there was no sign of a TV show being made about this.
Yeah.
I think, we were probably like 2 to 3 compendiums in by the time the show came out.
Oh, damn.
And me and her sat and watched it together because I'd read the whole first compendium. Watched that first episode, me and her both pretty much started fucking puking. And then we tried again, like, fuck, all right, well, let's try to watch the second episode, see how that turns out. Okay, it's still fucking garbage. Third episode, fucking still garbage. We're like, we want to try another one more just in case. Fucking garbage. So we said, fuck this show, boycotted the whole thing.
There's a whole thing that, and it's becoming a pattern, if you've never if you're not a gamer and you're not a big bookworm and you're not into watching or reading any of the books and they want to create a movie, it's probably going to be great in your opinion because you don't know anything about it.
It's
but
funny
once they start changing stuff, like, and I'm not proud of this, but I've read all 3 books of Twilight, and because my mom read it, so we listened along to it in the car and all that. And you rewatch it. I mean, it was I didn't mind the movies at all because whatever. But when you look at what's changed, if you're a big fan on it, and you're like, okay, dude, there's this part in the book that I can't wait to see this in a movie, and they don't even add it. Yeah. You're like, dude, what the heck is going on, man?
And it's funny because I never had problems with that until I started dating her. Because I said she was massive into books, and this is around the time the Hunger Games movie got made.
Yeah. Don't get me started on that.
The Insurgent series was starting to get made, and these were all books that she had told me about over our fucking 4 or 5 hour phone calls every night and shit. So I pretty much knew these books. Like I even read Hunger Games after she told me to read. I checked it out for her. Really enjoyed the book. So it wasn't really until I was dating her that I started going and seeing the movies and was like, wow, I see why you complain every time we go to the movies. I actually get it now. Or Hunger Games, I actually I went to the movies with her first and watched it, and I thought it was a great movie. And of course, out of the movie, she's bitching the whole time, like, I'm fucking this and this. I'm like, and then she made me read the book. Like, this is why I'm so mad. And World War Z was another one that she had basically said, read this, and then we'll go watch the movie. And we both hated the fucking movie.
Well, no, it was bad.
And I mean, Harry Potter for me, I watched the first 3 movies and then read all the books, and then I went back and rewatched, and I was like, there's so much stuff they're not putting in, dude. Where the hell is all this? But then at the same time, you can't. The amount of time that it takes to read a book, the amount of time it takes to watch a movie, like it's a way different thing. I mean, Witcher for me. I mean, I've read the first 2 books of The Witcher. Didn't get around to the other ones, but the ones that were based off of this show, and the show got confusing at first. They bounced around, of course, and stuff like that, but they did a very well job at it.
Yeah.
They did a very, very well job at it. But then the moment they said that they're going off topic and they're going to change it, and they're going to do their own idea of it all. When you grab something and make it a completely different aspect of it, whether you're changing a hero or you're changing a villain or you're changing why the villain is a villain, there's a lot of those that happen. You're
shitting on the original fans is the problem.
Yeah.
Like you're only thinking about the new people who are now into it and not the original fans. Look how many fucking Deadpool fans all of a sudden popped out of nowhere when the fucking Ryan Reynolds movie came out.
Well,
thank God that movie, because me being a fucking massive Deadpool fan, that movie actually held up to the fucking comics pretty well. And then same with, that's why I really enjoyed a lot of people shit on the Deadpool 2 movie because, it showed like him having more emotion, trying to Deadpool's fucked up as shit in the comic books. It ain't all just comedy and crack jokes, Like,
that's why I enjoyed the hell out of the Punisher series, man.
Yeah.
Because they did not hold back at all. It was like, he's a bad guy. He's gonna die. Let's just slaughter everybody. And you look at like they do YouTube videos. They did one John Wick where it shows like the kill count of it. There's so many in it. You've got like 400 dead bodies in Punisher just going through and through and through. It's like you're taking on a very brutal character. And
we're going to make him a good guy now.
Yeah, that's the thing that scares me is when you grab this character that's always been just this, either an anti-hero or just a villain or just a brutal fucking person. You're going to be like, we're going to put him part of the good guy team. No! He's not a good guy. He's somebody that he sees what needs to be done and he does it. He doesn't do it because he does it because that's what we need. And that's what the Punisher was, is just, these guys need to die. I'm going to kill them.
Yeah, it was, and they did it really good.
And they did a very
John
well job.
Was just fucking phenomenal as the Punisher, man. Ugh.
Well, and that's like me. I'm still fucking hesitant about because there's still talk about a Spawn movie coming out here soon. They're saying within this year. I was even reading, and Todd McFarlane luckily is taking part of this movie, of actually doing it and everything. I guess right now they're having a hard time with the backers. He was even saying, like, if they don't find a legit backer this year, they're just going to basically open up a fucking fan thing to back it, which, take all my money. But he's already released, like, ideas of what he wants this movie to be, and he already claimed this. Yeah, I want this to be more of this ain't going to be a superhero movie. This is going to be a horror film.
Yeah.
Says it's most likely you're not really even going to see Spawn much in this movie. Which is actually great, because in the comics, you'd be surprised how many fucking pages go without a sight of Spawn. A lot of it is pretty much, you got the detectives, trying to figure out why all these murders are going on in the alleys. Because a lot of it's based on, obviously, government corruption, where you have this secret forces, doing all this shit. That's who Al Simmons used to work for and then killed him. So there's a lot of, like, this extra shit going on in the world, and it's not just every page is based around Spawn. And he said that he wants this movie to play a lot like pretty much any horror movie will, where the main focus is going to be on fucking... Wow, I just had their names in my head. It's the two detectives, Sam and... Fuck, I can't, it's missing. I'm very mad at myself right now as I stare at my 5 fucking Spawn compendiums up there, and I can't think of the damn name of the detectives. But they're actually supposed to be the main focus of the show, and then you're pretty much going to get glimpses of Spawn like you would in a horror film, pretty much popping in once in a while, mostly just seeing the aftermath of what he's leaving behind.
Yeah.
Because there's one of my favorite scenes in the fucking comics is where there's this pedophile, literally an ice cream man pedophile, going around kidnapping children and then fucking killing them and shit after raping them and all this. Spawn finds out about this, captures the motherfucker, goes to the detective's office. They literally find the fucking pedo hung in the office by fucking chains, stabbed to death with popsicle sticks.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then engraved in his fucking chest that he said, like, "You're welcome."
Which is what all pedophiles deserve.
Indubitably.
They deserve the blood eagle.
One good thing, if you want to talk about adaptations, is actually the old Spawn animation that was produced by HBO. I love the 90s Spawn movie. It was one of my favorite movies growing up. As I got older and I started reading the comics and all that, it was like, yikes, this was horrible. Though it had, best special effects, like, pretty much of all time when it came out, which it did. It had great special effects. Watching it now did not hold up well.
No.
It was definitely more of the superhero fucking movie.
Yeah, of course.
The animation, however, being an HBO animation, is dark as shit. Like, it literally has the fucking, all the blood, the murder, like, everything. It was very, pretty much point on with the comic books and the way it was supposed to be. And like I said, that's how I feel animation should be. If something's fucking dark and gritty, keep it dark and gritty. Quit trying to shine light on dark characters and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm sure you fear, because there's still the talk of the Borderlands, BioShock, coming out. Which...
Okay, so I have hope for it because the developers are working on it with Netflix.
Fair.
But it's also a Netflix adaptation,
yeah, right?
So I'm really fucking worried. But I'm gonna consume it anyway because I love anything BioShock.
Let me ask you this: what do you think they're gonna do? You think they're gonna?
Is it gonna be like BioShock 1 and Rapture?
You think they're gonna? Well, the issue is
if they do Jack's story, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
like if they do Jack's story where he is brainwashed, thinks he's falling from a plane and shit, that'd be fucking phenomenal. I didn't really like BioShock Infinite, but I still played the shit out of it because it was a BioShock game.
I really enjoyed Infinite, actually. I
hope that they stick with the nitty gritty under the sea shit. I hope. I pray to God that that's like, what they stick with.
That's like the new BioShock game that's announced. Like, I mean, where are we going? Because we're in the same position as Saints Row was.
We could go anywhere.
We're in a big position where we just opened up the multiverse idea. Mm-hmm. We just opened up this massive every lighthouse door. Every single door leads to a different area. And even in the end of Infinite, you go to Rapture for like, I think it was like a minute you're in there. Mm-hmm. But you're able to walk around and then you go back to your lighthouse. But you open this door of like, you could go back to Rapture, you could go back up to the sky. So we've already done sky and sea.
Space.
That's why I'm like, no, don't go to space, but do another you could open up so many different opportunities of Rapture. Rapture is huge.
Yeah, and I don't think they're gonna do a space one because the original developers for BioShock had another game called System Shock, and it was in space. So you have these 3 stories of a ship that you're going through, and that was the game.
I remember System Shock.
So that was System Shock, and then they released BioShock, which was basically under the sea.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically System Shock, but under the sea.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was fucking phenomenal. So
The issue with BioShock, the way I see it is you have 3 different parts. You have BioShock 1, which is your nitty gritty, it's like you're playing a survival horror game at that point.
It was awesome.
You have to, manage your ammo and your health and all this other stuff. And then you have your slaughter simulator, BioShock 2, where you get this drill and you just get to go run through and just slaughter everything. And you get to go kill everything.
I liked 1 and my trusty wrench.
And then you have 3, which is your, whole different new idea in space, or not space, or in the sky, and a whole different thing. But that opened up.
Can I just point out how big, you said Jack's the guy in the first game?
Yeah. How fucking ripped he is? Oh my god.
I was going to say, his
massive
bicep has to be fucking huge to swing that fucking pipe wrench around like he does.
I didn't realize how heavy they were until
I fucking gave you that one. Like, hey, hold this.
So we were at Lowe's, and he's like, and I was talking about the game, and he's like, you realize how strong he is? I'm like, it's a pipe wrench. It shouldn't be that heavy. And he hands me a similar sized pipe wrench, and that thing's fucking heavy.
Yeah, dude.
Like, them bitches are fucking heavy, and he's just swinging that shit around like nobody's business.
It feels like it's a fucking feather almost.
Yeah, dude.
So I was saying, you got some fucking pecs.
No, and I'm still convinced that you're supposed to go through that whole game with just the wrench. Because there's so much shit that you could unlock that makes that wrench fucking overpowered.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that entire time I went through just hacking everything and using my wrench, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That was it.
So
That was great.
I'm a melee person, so that's what I did.
But yeah, that's a big scary thing for me, and that's why I like people talk about BioShock 4. Oh man, I can't wait. Why? Why can't you wait for it? What
I can wait.
What do you think is gonna happen, dude? I'm like, I'm okay with waiting.
Yeah.
Like they're talking about another Edge Runners. We're not getting David. We're not getting anybody else. It's
hey, as long as it's still fucking Studio Trigger,
the thing about
I
it
don't
is,
care.
is you have when you go to Afterlife, which is part of Edge Runners and part of Cyberpunk, big center area. You have so many people that have a drink. Everybody,
who are these people?
Who are these? They don't talk about it. There's only like a few people that they'll mention. They'll be like, "Oh, he was one of the greats."
Like I love.
Well, how did he die? Nobody knows.
Yep.
So
I like when you order
did that. They did that on purpose. They did the Jackie Wells. Well, we know Jackie Wells. He's part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
We know David Martinez.
The Johnny Silverhand.
We know Johnny Silverhand. So we know these major greats that are part of them. But there's a lot of people that we don't know, and there's a lot of nitty gritty stuff that's happening in the background of Cyberpunk 2077 that they could definitely tie into.
Yeah.
And that's something that I'm like, dude, brand new story, brand new characters, brand new
which I think is definitely the best call because
and since we don't know anything about it, you can create whatever the fuck you want, Studio Trigger. Go fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, that's something you don't have to be on script because you're focusing on something outside of it. It's just in the same world. That's I think why Edge Runners was so successful because it took the world that 77 had created and they just used that world and made their own thing in it, which was the best call because I think if they tried making one on V and Jackie and all that shit, I don't think it would have been as good because...
Well, the issue is we don't know... The issue when you have a game, you have certain games that have a main character and this is their name, this is who they're based off of, and this is this. But then you have a character that's just a universal name, V. We don't know if that's boy or girl, and we don't know anything about
your own
them.
Character.
That's used to make your own character. So I wouldn't want anything like that. That's why Borderlands is capable because you have 4 main characters. They all have names. You know who they are. Boom, go nuts. But we don't know. That's why I don't want a cyberpunk movie or a cyberpunk TV show. Make a adaptation of the people in cyberpunk or just random people. That's why I love that they don't. There's a reason they don't talk about who it is that have the glasses or have the drinks. When they made Edge Runners, then they added the next update.
Yeah,
you could go and get David's jacket. Hey, I found
That's
this.
Fucking
they,
cool.
They added the trailer of the first episode. Literally the first fight of Edgerunners. You could find that BD, the brain dance, and
dude,
watch
that's so
that.
Cool, dude.
And then they ask you, oh, hey, man, I found this BD. Who is this guy? I want to know who this is. And then
that was some David Martinez.
That was David. Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't heard about that.
He has his own drink at the afterlife.
And then they added the drink in there, and they added all this stuff in there. Well, what's funny is everyone asks, well, that drink wasn't in there. Yes, it was. All those drinks were originally in there at launch. Yeah. They just picked a name and said, hey, man, this is what we're going to make.
That's so
cool. And then David Martinez was already there.
And then they did the last update where you could go on the hill, and it's the archive center. It's the memorial center. Mm-hmm. And then you could find all the notes that Lucy passed down from the moon, and that's what it is. It's the center that people from the moon can talk to their loved ones.
Oh, hell yeah.
So Lucy's saying, like, talking to every single person that's in there. And then, of course, the sad one of David's mom. Yeah. David still made it to the top. And, of course, that made me fucking tear up. I'm like, I want to go back and rewatch it now.
Yeah, because there's even a part where he talks about how it's sad that Martinez was taken out by Adam Smasher, considering that I zeroed him. It's really cool how they added... In the game itself, they added the show into the game, which was
what's great though is they added going back and using Rebecca's shotgun to fight Adam Smasher was the biggest tribute thing. It's like she didn't get to do it. You fought unfair. You just jumped down and crushed her. I get to fight you 1-on-1, and you're gonna die. That's the most satisfying thing is when they added stuff from the game or from the show.
Well, it's because they knew they would have been dead if it wasn't for that anime.
No, honestly, yeah.
That anime resurrected it, and it's like, oh, if your game's failing, cool, just create an anime. But the issue is
hire Studio Trigger, make an anime,
get a big backing and create that because that was. Oh man, dude, I'm so grateful for now when I look at these updates that are coming out with Cyberpunk. Like, they just had their last big update. They're still going to make patches and they're still going to have updates, but this is their last actual huge update, and none of this would be possible if not for Edgerunners.
It took me forever to get you to fucking watch it.
And then once I did, dude, that just jump-started the whole anime loving and everything, and then went from there to other animes and bounced that to different stuff. And it's
how it works, man. It takes one to get you into it.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's something that, if you have a game and you're going to make an adaptation of the game, just get an anime, dude.
Indubitably.
You can blow that up so much more than you can on this. Oh, you want to blow up a skyscraper in real life? Yeah, dude, have fun paying $1 billion to do that. You want to blow it up in an anime? Get a good animator, dude. Yep. Get a good drawing, dude. Yeah.
Well, that's with Mortal Kombat lately, for the past couple of years with the Mortal Kombat Legends movies. With the Scorpion's Revenge, Battle of the Realms, Snowblind, and now the latest one being Cage Match.
Yep.
All fan-fucking-tastic. I love them way more than the live action. They are fucking great. They are gritty as shit. They can actually do X-ray moves, They actually show the violence. It just is such a way better call. The latest live action Mortal Kombat wasn't that bad.
It wasn't terrible. I actually enjoyed it a little bit.
It was pretty good. Well, did you know we're actually getting a second one?
Are we?
It is official. We are getting a second live action Mortal Kombat. Well, technically it's going to be the fourth, but second of the new runs. Mm-hmm. One thing I'm excited about is who's playing Johnny Cage. It's the same motherfucker that plays, what's his face from The Boys? What's the main dude's name?
Oh, Carl Urban?
Yeah, Carl Urban is the one playing Johnny Cage.
Fuck yeah.
So I look forward. I think he could be a pretty good Johnny Cage.
Yeah, actually.
So, but yeah, Carl Urban, which I never noticed. You remember Chronicle of Riddick?
Yeah.
Remember the fucking dude with the slick hair? He was the bad guy, wore the armor and shit. Yeah. He was the one who fought Riddick. Yeah, that's Carl Urban. Same motherfucker who plays, what is his name in The Boys? Why can't I not think of that? I'm spacing.
Shit, I know their actual names.
Yeah, I know. I know their actual what his name is in The Boys. But yeah, when I found out that was Carl Urban who played the fucking night dude in Riddick, I was like, what? Yeah. They don't even resemble each other. He's got quite a few parts. I was surprised. I was looking at some other parts he'd played, and I'm like, I'd never fucking noticed. Talk about a versatile actor. Damn.
You know what's funny is I just thought about this. we talk about all these live action game adaptations. You know, it's one that created that has never been announced or ever been mentioned is Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Nobody talk about that.
I don't
dude.
think I've ever
fuck?
heard of that in like years now.
Yeah, it's for obvious reasons.
It's because the movie was shit. It was a pile of horse shit. Oh, hell no, dude.
I wish
but it wasn't enough shit to be like Dragon Ball
ending, yeah.
Well, I'll say Dragon Ball Evolution.
Avatar.
Or Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Those were talking about the best movies?
Yeah, dude.
I will kill you here and now.
Well, you've seen the new trailer for the new Last Airbender, right?
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm worried.
I'm worried as shit. I'm scared, man. It's like you didn't realize that the first one failed and you're gonna try again? Dude, stop. Don't do that.
No shit. And it sucks too, because when I heard Netflix had picked up the rights to Avatar, I was actually really hoping for a new series.
Dude, get a studio trigger with Avatar. Dude, that would be nuts, dude. Dude, world scale battles at that point, dude. Like, you've got games that are just visually stunning, or shows that are just visually stunning, and you have all this opportunity to turn it into something amazing, and they're just like, we're just gonna throw it down the fucking drain. We're gonna create a live action, and
it's cash grabs, man.
We're gonna be really disappointed. Don't worry though. The other thing that we talk about games to movies is movies to games, man.
They suck
Avatar.
Too.
Yeah.
Like, have you played Avatar yet?
No. I saw some gameplay and it looks like shit.
It is.
I'll let you go on my account one day and suffer for an hour and a half. No, it is the worst game that I think that I've ever played in the past 5 years.
Yeah. For some reason,
I think honestly, Saints Row was amazing, a phenomenal game compared to this.
Damn, that bad, huh?
It's
minutes later.
All right, good, I got it. Okay. Sorry, a little technical difficulty there. We were right in the middle of talking about how shit's Avatar was.
Yep.
We've already moved on past that.
Yeah.
We were just having a conversation about Halo while I was trying to fix the audio. You want to rehash that, or have you already got everything you wanted, and we're gonna move
pretty
on?
much in total. We were talking about live action of Halo. How of course Die Hard didn't like it because helmet gets taken off.
Face, man.
I enjoyed it because I was looking at it as I haven't read the book, so of course I'm off that. The games, Master Chief doesn't take off.
Fucking good, dude.
He doesn't take off his helmet, so I understand that whole aspect of it. I think my biggest complaint isn't even that. I think my biggest complaint is how much he complains throughout the entire show.
Yeah,
does he?
He complains
Master Chief
throughout the whole
because
show.
you got to figure he doesn't have through normal Spartans is you erase all the memories, you erase everything. Well, he starts getting his memories back, and because he's not taking the medication or whatever the heck is causing him to forget it, and then he starts, why did you take me from my family? Why did you? It's like, dude, the entire time is complaining even with
God.
Cortana, with everything. So towards the end, I would say the last 2 episodes are really good, because he stops taking off his helmet. But I'm really hoping that season 2, I don't want a single helmet take off the entire season. And if you do take off the helmet, don't show it.
Yeah,
just show him
There's been multiple times with the helmet off in the game, but guess what? By the time it pans up to his face, he's already put the fucking helmet back on.
But then of course talking about the games itself, for me, I think Halo for me is so big is because of the world scale battle. Any game that does mass scale of battling, for me, if I had to put in a 1 to 10 scale, I'd put Mass Effect at a 50 and Halo at a 10, because there's no game. I don't think there's a game out there that has done a mass scale battle as literally Mass Effect. But for Halo, first game and half the second game, you're fighting against elites, and of course the first guy is you're going against the Arbiter in the first game, and then of course they start getting pushed out by the brutes, and now second game, that's what you see is you see the elites getting pushed out, and then third game, elites are against them completely, and that's huge. You've got a massive alien force of elites that are literally they have their name for a reason. I mean, they're
elite warriors.
They're so respected because of what they've accomplished, and then to have them teaming up with Spartans and the ODST troopers, and you have them going into missions together to fight these groups, and then you've got the Flood jumping into the middle of that halfway through the game, and that's a mass scale battle. I mean, that's even bigger than normal to lead up to the end of 3, which was, I mean,
by far my favorite book too is The Flood. Like the entire book on the Flood showing up and all of that. I believe that's the 3rd in the series of the Halo books.
Yep.
And by far like the best one.
Any game that I play, I wanna learn the backstory of. That's why I learned so much of Fallout, like learning the backstory of everything. And they didn't really have books for Fallout, but they had so much stuff that the devs talked about. And for Halo, like looking at the backstory of Gravemind, of looking at the backstory of the Flood, it's like, holy shit, dude! Like, how old is this thing, man? How old is this actually? Like,
when you had the monitor and shit. And...
Yeah, because if you really think about it, you had your Forerunners.
Yep.
And they were being fucked up by the Flood.
Yeah.
So they erase everything, and then the Flood still comes back. It was it was so good.
On a mass scale entity of just being so big that he's across, even when they erased it, they're still there, like, and they're still doing damage to to everybody, and nobody is safe, like, at all. And then playing through 3, like, hell, like even Gravemind was like, hey, we'll team up with you, like, let us help you to get rid of this. And then of course he helps you for one mission, and then they're back to, you need to die now. Like, so that Halo's so big on that scale. Like, I think, I can't think of, is there any other games that you could think of that are on such a massive scale of just, and not even just world scale, just, even
lore wise, the only one that comes to mind truthfully would be Mortal Kombat, because you actually have, all these different realms and, massive fights where pretty much the realms themselves are fighting each other, giant wars between all the realms, and like, such a fucking scale that literally, like, end of 11, you literally race all of fucking time in existence to create a new. Like, that's pretty fucking big scale if you ask me. To literally reset all of time in existence for every realm and then rewrite it all.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty fucking big scale to me.
That's a big thing. I mean, to have, I remember playing 9. I mean, 9 is being on the streets with Stryker and watching the mass scale of everything.
The Tarkatans fucking invading.
Going nuts, dude. I think, honestly, the other game that I could think of that's on a massive scale is Doom.
Yeah, man.
But Doom
Talk about big scale fucking disaster.
Doom is one dude that's just literally just it. He's the guy. He's there's like, nobody else.
We're going to hell? All right, I got this.
That's That's the one guy I want in Mortal Kombat 1. I want him as a fucking guest
Doom
character, man.
Awesome.
Doom. I know I haven't played the second part of the DLC. First part was good, but second part is supposed to be massive. The other game that is both God of Wars. God of War Ragnarok was on a huge scale.
Well, not even that. You go back to just original God of War 3. The end of that is literally fucking the world's over. Kratos killed all the fucking gods and titans, and now you got a black fucking void, pretty much, of a world left. Like, damn.
Yeah, you've got big scale combat. And I think that's why Mass Effect holds that special place in my heart, because it's honestly the first game that's done what they've done, which is what you do in 1 will affect what you do in 3.
I know, that's so fucking
and
cool.
That's honestly huge to see, like, to go and play 1, 2, and 3 and then go back and replay 1, 2, and 3 again, but make different choices and see what affects me in this, like, because the PlayStation didn't have 2, it didn't have 1. The only way you could buy 1 is if you bought the original Trilogy Edition. That's the only way you could buy 1, and that was, I know you have the Trilogy Edition now, but that was very rare at that time.
Yeah, it was.
So you were only able to play 2 and 3, but so what the game did was it gave you a preset of what happened in 1. Well, I did 2 and 3, and then 3 had this really long fucking mission of you have to go you have to go help the specific race of aliens, and then at the end they'll help you. Well, I went and did 1, and I helped this guy, saved this dude at the end of 1, and in 3, you go to that same mission, and he walks up, he's like, Shepard, you're my friend, and he walks up, he shakes your hand, and he's like, oh, you don't even have to ask for help. We've got you. We're at your back. And then the Krogans help you, and that's it. And that's the mission. I'm like, dude, this mission was like an hour and a half for me. I didn't even have to do it. He's there because I saved him at the end of 1. Like, that is such a big thing. But 3 had, I think it's like 70 alien races against 1. One alien race that's so strong that is wiped out every single... Because, do you know the story of 3? Of Mass Effect?
No, so I haven't really played any of the games or looked at the lore or nothing.
Mass Effect the whole thing of Mass Effect is it has relays that the original creators of Mass Effect, God, I can't remember what I'm like you when you're thinking about fucking Spawn.
Yeah. So mad at yourself right now.
Whatever the alien race was before us, or before their timeline.
Humanity.
Yeah, before humanity and all these other ones. They were the originals. They were the original. Well, Reapers is an alien life form that has been known. What they do is it's like every 500 years, they wipe out all life form.
Holy shit.
And they reset it. Completely. 100% they reset all of it, and it restarts, and it starts all over. Protheans.
Oh.
That's what they're called. That's what the original life was before us. It's the Protheans. They wiped all of them out completely. But the Protheans developed Mass Effect relays. That's what was used to travel between system to system. So you could go on an
impressive list of races. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
That's like a list of 30 races, man. That's awesome.
I bought when we were at Barnes & Noble, I bought the whole Mass Effect book of it all, and I gave it to, I think it was, and he's like, I'm not even going to read through this, dude. This is so many pages. It was like 70 pages of just alien races.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much all it is you're here, Reapers are going to kill you. This whole alien life form that's so strong that's wiped everybody out so far is here to kill you, and the biggest thing that everybody struggled with is nobody comes together, and 3 is uniting every single alien race to fight against this one race, and it's so big. Like even the missions along it is you're going to talk to every single different little alien race to team up, and I think that's what holds the biggest thing is like you're not talking about, oh, my country versus this country or this versus that. Like we're not just talking about humans versus this. It's a whole race of different planets of enemies coming together to fight one. And that's why I'm so intrigued for Mass Effect, what's considered Mass Effect 4. I'm hoping they don't do an Andromeda 2 because we don't need that. But
the best one in the series?
Yeah.
According to Fear?
When it's the only one you've played, it's a pretty fucking good game.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
But did you ever notice I've never actually called it Mass Effect Andromeda?
You just call it Andromeda.
Just Andromeda. Andromeda is a great game.
Yeah, dude, I've never seen The Last Airbender, but that live action was really good, dude. That's the only one I've seen.
Touche, motherfucker.
Yeah,
touche. But it's funny you talk about this like massive war shit going on, because I was just having a conversation with Ace the other day about animes having like massive war arcs. I love big war arc. And me and him came with this whole like fan fiction thing that we were making up with Dragon Ball Z, because there hasn't really been a big war thing going on in Dragon Ball in a long time. And me and him made up this whole like fan story, what would be awesome, because we were comparing it to, say, My Hero Academia, which right now is literally in the middle of this giant fucking war arc going on, like could end the world type shit, where you have this whole army of villains versus all these fucking heroes, and it just makes it. I love any anime at this point that has giant war shit going on. And like I said, it doesn't have to be, solar system fucking big. But especially when it comes
that's
to
what made me love Darling in the Franxx so much. That's that's what I went to right after Edge Runners, and I've watched that like 9 times now.
But I'll have another one to watch.
A lot of these like animes don't have a lot of big war arcs.
Yeah.
But you look at like Jujutsu Kaisen, even maybe not a giant war arc, but you're definitely got some bigger scale shit going on. I like when you actually have big ass fights of a bunch of people going at it. So I don't know. I wish we got more of that in. You don't gotta sit. You don't have to sit silent while I fucking die of cancer.
Oh, like look at Shield Hero. Like it's not on a massive like world to world thing, but it's on a big scale. It's on a big,
technically speaking, it is. You got basically one world versus the other fighting for the waves on which world pretty much lives. That's definitely more big scale. But I want to see more. Like our theory with Dragon Ball was, how cool would it be since Frieza's resurrected and alive now, if he went to Universe 6, which has where Frost is from, so he has his own species in Universe 6. If Frieza went there and basically made his own army out of the fucking Frieza race people and literally launched a giant fucking attack on the universes.
That'd be awesome.
And then you would have to have the fucking, Goku and Vegeta going to Universe 6, recruiting all the Saiyans from Universe 6 because they're still alive. And literally having this giant war, not just the basic fucking Goku versus Frieza one-on-one shit. Give me a big, both of them have their own fucking armies. I want big army fights and shit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Dude, I'm down for any show that wants to do a massive scale combat. I mean, that I'm okay with it in my book. I mean,
one of the ones I think out of most of the latest that have been coming out that did that so well was My Hero Academia. When you get to, I believe it's season 5 or 6, when you really get to the act, like all of it's building up to it, so it's great. But then when you finally hit that season, when the war begins, it's like holy shit,
and it just
they don't hold back either.
When that fight starts, it's literally fight, and it just starts
end.
Fucking building up, man. It's awesome.
Yeah,
people you love are actually fucking dying. Like it does not hold back. It goes fucking hard. Like that. Yeah. Oh man.
Are you all caught up?
I think so. It's been a minute. I'll have to go back and check to see where I'm at. You know how my memory works.
Yeah.
I do remember Vigilante Deku, though. That was the coolest shit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fucking Deku, the main, new hero pretty much, decides, fuck justice, man. He pretty much has like a fucking dark phase where he's going out as a vigilante, beating the shit out of anyone he can pretty much. And it's so funny because you look at his outfit and the way it changed, how he literally resembles Sting, who was a guy literally going around killing heroes, saying, you are not heroes, you're not worthy of the fucking name, going around murdering all these heroes for being basically fakes. And it's funny when Deku goes through his whole vigilante phase, his outfit and everything ends up looking like Sting when he was out killing all the heroes. It gets dark.
I never thought about that. Yeah, you're right.
Look at his outfit. Look how much it resembles Sting's outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think even Bakuto points that out at him. Like, I get you're trying to, stop the bad guys, but here you are freaking looking like one.
It's funny because you're talking about people dying over and over and over again. Like, every single time I try to find a show, I want a fairy tale ending. I do.
Yeah.
But every single show I end up going towards is like everyone. Like,
Bro,
Edge Runners.
Anime, man.
That's anime.
Yeah, dude.
Edge Runners was the first one. It's like, I fell in love with it by episode, I think it was 6 is when they do the full shift, is when everything changes.
Yeah, the time shift of him being all chromed out.
Yeah.
And
if you want a really good fairy tale ending, you should watch Attack on Titan.
Bullshit.
No,
don't fucking lie to him.
No, thank you.
I actually don't know the ending, so shut up. No, if you truly don't want people you love to die...
See, but the issue is that...
It adds so much grit and story to it.
They add... Usually, like, the way I could tell now is if somebody's going to die is if they do a lot of character backstory to that person.
Yeah,
and then that person's going to die. But, like, one of the shows I watched after Darling, Akame ga Kill.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's a good one.
Very, very good. Of course, I cried, and I haven't watched it since. But like that, I realized I'm like, very good love story, very good. There's a lot of romance throughout it, and a lot of action, a lot of big scale combat and stuff like that. But the more and more you start dialing into a character and talking about that character and adding emotion to that character, I feel like the closer and closer and closer it's gonna come till that character gets goodbye.
Yeah.
Well, and that's my biggest complaint. I fucking love Dragon Ball, but my biggest complaint about it is no one stays dead. You know, back in the old one, original Dragon Ball, when someone died, it was very hard to find the Dragon Balls and to resurrect someone.
Yeah.
So, like, Krillin's death in the original was fucking heartbreaking. It was like, holy shit. But then it gets to the point where it's like, oh, they're dead. They'll be back.
Yeah.
Like, whoop-de-doo, they died again.
That's what happens in a lot of, like, you get a fan favorite character, and they get offed, and then next season, somehow they come back, and it's like,
oh, well, there goes the heartbreak.
Look at that, yeah. The thing is, for me, is I don't mind having a main character arc. I don't mind it at all. Just don't make him stronger than every single person else. Like, there's a lot of shows out there that do that, of course, that have the Goku, of course.
Yep, that's why you watch. If you go back and watch Z, it literally is the waiting for Goku show. You got everyone trying their best, fighting as hard as they can, because Goku's either healing or off in space, not back in time, and it's the wait for Goku show, and then he shows up, fucking smacks the fucking villain's Peter, and then game over.
Yeah, I really think you'd like Demon Slayer then.
Demon Slayer's definitely on the list. The issue is there's so many that are like so many on the list right now that are like.
Okay, I'll tell you right now. You need to take your list, scrap it for right now. Demon Slayer's not long. What, 3 seasons?
Yeah, we're at 3 seasons
and
right now.
Jujutsu Kaisen's only at 2. These 2 animes are being considered as part of the new big 3 for obvious reasons. And you want some fucking heartbreaking deaths and shit like that? Both of them. You want some great fucking... You want some comedy? Both of them. You want some love? Both of them.
What's the other one that when everyone thinks of... Fuck. The one that... Sword Art. Sword Art
Online?
That's one that
people hate on that one.
Well, they love the first 2 episodes, or first two, and then hate the others. And there's other people that hate the first one and love the second.
That's because Gun Gale was fucking garbage. Even I can agree to that. But when you get to Alicization, the latest pretty much seasons, damn, that shit gets.
Well, he knows this. I love a show that's long, but not Dragon Ball long.
Yeah,
just watch One Piece, bro.
Yeah.
Oh
dude.
my god. Yeah. No.
Yeah. No. Thank you. Like that for me. I love a long show that keeps me thoroughly entertained. I don't like time skips. I hate when shows do time skips. And I don't mind. A few months later, like Edgerunners was. It was like literally only like a few months later, and it's like a different David, and he's with Lucy, and it's all that. But when they do like 5 years later or 2 years later, and it's a whole different character arc, and there's new people, I'm like, who the fuck is this person? Did I miss an episode? Am I like, I skip an entire season? Like, what is happening?
So one that actually did a good time skip was Fairy Tail, because what happened was you pretty much had all the main people on an island. They didn't realize they were pretty much trapped in time on that island. So when they came back from the island, there was actually a giant fucking time skip. But it worked out well because, the main characters are all still the same.
Yeah.
But everyone else is older, and it actually like worked out better that way. So that one kind of did it right. But I get what you're saying when it comes to big fucking time jumps and shit. It's like, okay. I can't really think of many that have a lot of time jumps. I know Naruto is supposed to have a lot of time jump.
It has a decent amount, but not like... It's not massive.
Well, I was just watching. I can't even remember the name of it. Now I'm going to go home and try to find the name of it. I was watching one that was like literally 3rd episode in. And they did like a 3-year time skip. I'm like, yeah, close that one. Let me go to another one. Let me try another one out. But shows like that do that, that I hate. I don't mind overpowered characters. Daily Life of an Immortal King. I just watched, I'm watching through 2nd season. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Okay, literally, when we talk about overpowered character, like, he's so strong that his parents have to create a drug to limit his power.
Shit, that's
because he in the show, and I'm not even gonna spoil anything in case you watch it, but in the show, something happens, drastic happens, and he releases all of his power. He splits the world in 3.
Shit.
Yeah, like literally destroys the world at the point.
See, I personally love OP characters.
I like OP characters that do one of two things. Either announce the character as literally, hey, I'm insane, I'm nuts, I'm going to destroy everything in front of me, and I'm the strongest character alive. Or let it rise till it, and then announce it like with like 2 or 3 episodes remaining. See, I don't like last battle, I become overpowered. No, dude, because I'm like, there's only one fucking season?
No, see, I like ticking time bombs. Like a great example of that is Mob Psycho 100. Yeah. And that one always had, it's funny too, because like literally throughout the show when things happen, because all of Mob's powers come from emotions. He's literally, when he's not using his power, he's literally an emotionless fucking dummy pretty much. And then, when shit's happening to him, it literally has a counter to, like it pops up, takes up the whole screen, and it literally counts like 80% to Mob's explosion. And it starts ticking higher and higher as things are happening to him. And then like the fight against the other, forget what they call them, Esper.
Yeah.
Basically, this other dude who has the same powers as him is like kicking the shit out of Mob and all that. And Mob's trying to like, why do we need to fight? We don't need to. Like, my powers aren't supposed to be used on other people. Yeah. That's what his master taught him and shit. But the guy's literally beating the shit out of him, throwing him all over the place. And you see that counter going up, tick until it gets to 90. And then it gets fucking, when it finally goes, oh, look, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about that scene. When it hits the 99 to 100. And then this innocent fucking, bowl cut fucking boy with very little emotion all of a sudden just fucking explodes and literally starts destroying everything around him. It's like, holy shit. And just murked the fucking dude he was up again. Dude straight stripped him of all his fucking clothes, shaved his head off, shaved all his hair off his head, and humiliated him.
And it's funny because when he eventually comes back too, and he's like, oh shit, I just destroyed everything. Let me remake it.
Just puts everything back together.
Yeah, it was fucking
But I love that fucking build to like, holy shit, like what's going to happen when he finally hits 100? And that happens multiple times throughout the show. And that build up each time, it's like, oh, it's coming. Like, you guys are going to fucked up. You don't know what's going to happen.
That's like the Shield Hero thing where he gets the shield, that specific shield that's so strong. That's like,
the fucking, the
Rage Shield.
Curse Shield. Yeah, Curse Rage Shield.
Yeah, and he gets that, and you realize it for the first time, and then it gets stronger, and it gets stronger, and then it's like, then they dumb it down again, like, hey, you're not as strong as me, though, and then he has to go through other things, like, no.
Dragon Ball in a T. Oh, man, Super Saiyan is the legendary, most strongest thing ever happened, and now we're up to, like, 5 Super Saiyan levels. I get that. I also love comically overpowered people, such as, like, Misfit of Demon King Academy. Like, this motherfucker just comes out OP as shit off the bat. In Another World with My Smartphone is another just overpowered for no fucking reason, dude. What was I don't know if you watched it, I told you to check it out, was, I got a cheat skill.
That's the one that, I've seen, I got started into it. I don't know what came out that I started watching it as well, but that's one that I very piquing my interest. Like, that one sounds really good, and as I was watching, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm loving this.
So if you like that one, another one I could recommend that's similar to that is, I just lost the name. The overcautiously hero is overcautious.
Oh, that's the one that's like literally strong as hell, but he's very
but it's because
cautious.
He literally trains, like, before he goes like, oh, it's the big bad guy, we need to fight. He's like, nope, not ready. Let me go back and fucking pump some iron train, get ready, like, and plans everything out. It's also got, like, one of the funniest scenes, because there's literally a scene where the freaking chick's, like, laying on top of him and all that, because she fell on top of him, and it's, like, supposed to be, like, oh, all romantic. She started to get close to him. He just fucking throws her ass against the wall. That, and then there's another one, that same chick, she's coming up talking shit on him and all that, and fucking decides to try to smack him, but nothing happens. So he fucking slaps her back straight, equal rights, fucking knocked her away, boom, just slapped the shit out of her, and then she comes back for more, boom, and then it like zooms out where you can't really see it, but you keep hearing the slaps, and then it goes back to her face all swollen and fucked up, like, it was funny. I literally found that show because of the meme. I found that meme on iFunny. I was like, I need to find this anime and check it out. But I really do enjoy the off the bat overpowered characters like that. I don't know. It's just that's my thing for sure. Probably why I love Dragon Ball so much. But because my favorite character of all time in Dragon Ball is Broly. Yeah, like this giant motherfucker's just OP for no fucking because he's the Saiyan of legend. Worst backstory ever written, but damn, I loved him. Plus, he was fucking evil and psychotic, and I love that too. I also love when, anytime, reverting back to Mob Psycho with his counter and then exploding, anytime a character like hits that peak and then literally explodes into power, I love that.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Super, when we first get Ultra Instinct Goku, like he's actually getting his ass kicked. He ain't that fucking bitty badass. Literally dies from his own fucking spirit bomb, but is able to fucking suck the power up and just fucking booms. And I love when they don't talk. Like when because Mob never actually speaks, says it has like no word, just fucking action when he explodes into his rage. Black Clover is another good example.
Asta,
You got Asta, the main character, who literally knows nothing but yelling the whole fucking time. Is like a happy motherfucker, always yelling, overexcited about everything. Finally fucking gets this dark power released out of him and just goes straight fucking demonic. Like no talking and just starts beating the shit out of the dude he's up against.
Yeah, the only time he talks when he's in his demon form is like him literally saying, "I'm not done yet."
Yeah. The fucking black meteor.
Yeah.
Just, beautiful scene. I love those moments of like, fucking no more words are needed, motherfucker. I'm just going to kill you. And they just explode into those rages and shit. And I love it. Try to think of some more that do that too. There's a couple out there, but those are the three that come to mind immediately. Is Asta's first transformation. Hence why I love even New Broly. Like when he finally fucking decides to fight, like, I got no need for words, bitch. I'm just gonna slap you. I love when they explode into rage and power.
Also in Demon Slayer 2.
Oh god.
Season 2 when he's just against Daki, just like, all right, no more words, just fucking going nuts. It was awesome.
Still like my favorite fucking phrase from that.
That's all I'll say about that, because I really want Ribby to watch it.
Set your heart ablaze.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. Love that shit. But trying to think of some others. I know I got some in like the fucking back of my mind. I'm trying to dig out of those characters exploding, and I love too when it's a complete like change of them too, when it's pretty much the opposite of how they act. Like Asta being an example of an over yelling fucking happy go lucky motherfucker, all of a sudden becoming demonic and dark, and Mob also.
Yep.
Then you got fucking Saitama, who doesn't really need much word to talk anyway. Like, I'm just gonna punch you.
Yeah.
They call him One Punch Man for a reason.
I do like freaking One Punch Man. That one's great. That's a lot of fun to watch. And a theory I have, which I think I finally showed you and you finally realized it, how in the first season, all villains are based on other anime characters. Mm-hmm. Like, I tried to explain that to Muffins and shit. He's like, oh, you're hot. You're like, no, dude, look at it. Like, Vaccine Man is an exact replica of fucking Piccolo.
Yeah.
You have the one dude who wants to be the world, like, oh, I just want to be the strongest, the strong brother and the scientist, turns him into the fucking Attack on Titan.
Yep.
And then, my opinion, that last fight with the alien dude, that's like Super Saiyan 3 right there. Look at the fucking style, an alien warrior who's traveled around trying to find the strongest there is for a decent fight. It's fucking Goku, just with one eye and blue.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Holy shit.
Yeah. There's a couple others too, I just can't think of right now. But yeah, almost all the villains are based on other anime characters. I love it. But holy shit, we're already up to almost 2 hours. Yeah, we probably should get wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Still got to do the topic of the title. Do a little.
Hentai, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh look, Ender getting all a little shy over hentai.
I don't watch it.
You don't
watch it, read it, fucking nothing.
I have no need to.
Damn, you need to get into that shit, man. Hey, look, there's a book right there. Fucking read one. There's 4 of them, actually. So, actually, my latest discovery, thanks to Ender here, showing me how to access all the adult-only games on Steam. Didn't know Steam supported these games, actually, at all.
That's what's up.
I didn't know Steam actually had these kind of games.
Now I'm actually going to go plug in my PC
yes.
Start playing video games.
Apparently, when you first sign up to Steam, it automatically comes with basically locks on that shit. You have to actually go into your settings manually, dig through shit, like go through a couple settings to pretty much unlock it. And then when you go to categories on Steam, you'll actually see a category pop up saying adult only.
Damn, that's
full on porn games.
Literally.
So I bought 2. Haven't tried one of them yet. I've been stuck on the first one, which is called Peeping Dorm Manager. it's a nice little side scroll, like not 8-bit, but not good graphic. It's like, I don't know, what would that be, 16 or something bit, the higher end. You're going around. It's very simple. You literally, you got a job as a manager of a college dorm. There's only 2 people who live in the dorm, and obviously you want some ass.
Right.
So you have access to the cameras. Like, I was surprised by the actual gameplay because he even called me. He's like, "What the? You playing that? You jacking off right now? You want to talk later?" I'm like, "No, actually, dude. I'm trying."
Discord and I see that shit. I'm like, "Are you joking?"
Yeah, I've got to set my my Steam to fucking or my Discord to invisible.
Yeah, that's great.
But no, there's actually a lot of puzzle to it. Like, it's very basic. Okay, you have your chore list. Okay, well, do the scrub the floor, fix the fucking plumbing, and that's pretty much it. And clean. And then you go to the fucking bar, and then you go back. Like, there's a lot of back and forth. Very small little game. Just walk side-by-side platform style. But there's actually a lot of puzzle going on. Like, you actually have to find this and have this conversation to unlock this area, where then you would have this conversation and get this clue to go. Like, there's a lot to it. But then, of course, there's actually the sex. Luckily, it's not one of those ones that's just sex the whole time. There's a lot you have to do until you finally start getting down to it. What's great is the actual sex scenes are obviously way better fucking animated, like actually animated. And it goes pretty hard.
I bet.
So you got
hentai games go hard.
The 2 girls who live in the dorm. One is actually a streamer girl. She's the typical pink hair attitude, like ew, perv scum, like that kind. And there's another one, glasses, long dress, fucking innocent, but is a fucking sex fiend. One of the missions, like your goal, Lily, is you fucking drive her to dump her boyfriend. You plant panties in her in his bag, make him think like, he's cheating on her. You set all this up so that you can be the shoulder to cry on and get some ass. Because you have put cameras in their rooms and shit, and you realize this girl's going to town like every night with her fucking fingers, unsatisfied by her man, and you're like, I know how to do it.
I got you, girl.
So he sets up the breakup and all that, and then literally she gets addicted to your dick. So she's constantly like, "Oh, my plumbing's broke again. Can you come fix it?"
That's great, man.
So I've already turned her into a fucking sex slave, and now I'm in the mission where I'm trying to turn the streamer girl into one. I've already boned her a couple times in her sleep. Well, there's a place you meet this dude at the store, and he's like, "Hey, you seem like you belong here," and it's literally a strip club bar where all basically pedos hang out and shit. Well, not pedos. No one's pedophile. Everyone's overage. Basically, all the fucking pervs hang out, and you actually get better ranking, and you get skills at the gentleman's club. And like one of the skills is, don't get detected while they are sleeping. So you can literally go have sex with them while they're sleeping without being detected. Like, there's all these different skills you can get. Like one of the skills I just got, I can modify the washer so they get stuck in the washing machine.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Another skill I'd unlocked was clean the floor so well that it's slippery. So they slip and they get knocked out, and then you can go get some.
God, that's so fun.
But there's like a lot of puzzle and clue it takes until you actually start getting to the sex scenes. Like it's actually quite a fun game and arousing.
What's the other one?
Oh god, the other one was Take Me to the Dungeon.
Take Me to the Dungeon.
Just from the trailer I'd watched before buying it, straight dungeon crawler with a lot of pwn.
I think one that you'd enjoy is it's called Summertime Saga.
Okay.
So it's literally just this teenager that goes around trying to get some ass, and you can't get ass immediately. You have to work towards it.
Mm-hmm.
So you could bone every single female in your house, which is pretty fucked up. These are porn games, people. They're pretty fucked up.
Or Mormon.
Or Mormon. And you can go to different areas. You can go in your school and seduce teachers and other classmates.
Ooh, lifelong dream.
Yeah, you could go to your best friend's house and fuck his mom.
Nice.
which is fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
You can have a threesome with your best friend and his mom. Yeah,
that's a lot. I'm not much into the incest scene. I'll pass on that one.
Well, these games are very in depth. You can go to the ocean and fuck a mermaid, basically.
Oh, I thought you might say fuck a dolphin or something. I'm like,
bro,
no,
that's wild.
We don't need no bestiality up in here.
No, that's wild. That's a different game.
Oh god, there was a couple as I was browsing the Steam list. Man, there was some. I was like, the fuck is
there's a lot of furry porn.
A lot of furry ones.
So, my buddy Maxwell we've talked about them before. My buddy Maxwell recommended a game to me called Degrees of Nudity. And there's literally, at the start menu, you push start and it says, do you want to activate bestiality or no? So you have the option to turn it on whenever you want.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
So yeah, it's pretty
turn
fucked
into
up.
a goat fucker.
Yeah, pretty much.
What was the one that your buddy said? You said your buddy plays constantly on Steam.
Oh my god!
Like fucking, like something. I'm trying to remember what it was. Apparently, it's a full VR one, which
That's wild.
I also have a VR headset. I haven't bought any VR ones yet, though. But no, like there was quite a few. I actually added quite a couple to my wish list too to get around to trying out. Because
but I haven't been watching porn at all. Of course, you know why.
Fair. What about you?
What?
I mean, you gotta at least watch something.
Well, for the past 2 weeks or so before that, I didn't need it, and then
oh, that's true. My boy was getting fucking poony.
I haven't even been in the fucking mood after all that shit. After all the drama and shit, I haven't even just been. I just play video games, watch a movie, and go to bed.
You don't even jerk it?
Oh, dude, I haven't been in the mood.
Damn. Mood or not, bro, I gotta rub it out.
Only if I'm dead fucking tired, dude. I'll throw something up and go, and then.
So, like, me and fucking Soul have had this conversation multiple times where I wish I could just give him some of my fucking sex drive because my poor boy's got, like, none. And then you got me who literally, I gotta fucking jack off every night just so I can sleep. And if I don't, I end up fucking soaking the sheets, which I don't like waking up in my own juice. Thank you. So, like, I don't know. I just have really high fucking testosterone or something, which, I mean, if you look at me, if you know me, I definitely do have a lot of damn testosterone. So, I gotta admit, my fucking last girl, that was the only thing good about her. Oh, shit. Maybe that was the wrong way to word it. Sorry, not sorry.
That was the only good thing about her is that I got to fuck whenever I wanted.
No, sorry. Okay, I might have worded that a little wrong. Though it may be true.
She didn't have anything else going for her. Just...
No, but her sex drive damn near matched mine. Like, which has been an issue for me in a lot of my past relationships. Only about... Well, actually, no, that's not true.
Great cover up right there.
Not actually true now that I think about it. Yeah, each girl I've been with has been a fucking sex fiend with me. So I have a high fucking drive, dude. I think my record with an actual girl is over 17 times in one day.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And that wasn't at like
drive, it gets pretty wild.
And that wasn't at like 16, 17. We were young and full of it. I was 23, which still you probably have still a lot more sex drive then, but love that shit. Hence why I gotta fucking jack off every day, man.
Yeah, no, me and my girl went like 9 hours just playing with each other. That was great. That was fun.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it starts to smell after a while.
Yeah, it starts getting a little bit of a grimy smell, but yeah.
Oh, dude,
yeah,
like me and my girl straight broke my fucking couch.
Great, man. Love that shit.
Like legitly, if fucking Ender can testify, like it don't get me wrong.
He was watching. He was right there, like, hey, you guys are fucking. While he's in the corner, just like
he starts clapping, and the couch breaks. Woo! You did it! No, so it wasn't. I'm not gonna oversell it. It wasn't like a legit, couch. I was living in. It was in my fifth wheel at the time, and it was one of those. It was the couch. It would fold.
It doesn't sit right anymore after that.
It would fold into a bed. So we had it folded out into a bed and going at it fucking doggy style, and straight ripped the screws out of the fucking frame.
Shit.
So the whole thing flipped over while I was inside of her and just boom and hit the ground and shit. Yeah, now it doesn't sit right.
It used to be a comfy couch, and then it became a.
Kind of broke it. Till this day, though, that girl, man, fuck. Probably like any sex story I pretty much have is from her, because she was the only one like as exploratory as I was.
It's usually the first that's like that, though. Like, I mean, it's usually the first girl that you end up meeting that you have all the stories from.
I don't know. The first one I met fucking pounced me in a bathroom and then accused me of raping her. So
the first one you actually dated.
Touche.
That you have all the stories from.
Well, and I think about it too. I obviously as older adults and shit now, you don't have as many of those like fun stories because you live alone, or you're an adult, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's not like risky sex anymore where it's
when you're fucking
oh, my parent was in the other bedroom and
yeah, of course, going to her house, her bedroom door had to remain open the whole time.
So you have to do it quietly, or
gotta do it around the corner.
Yeah, covers are on.
Which, truthfully, fuck, do I miss that? Like, now that I'm older, and I can have a chick over whenever I want and do whatever I want. Doesn't matter. It kind of, like, that excitement of that, like, being caught is gone. I think the only way to get that now is to do it in public.
That's a risky thing, because that could go to a couple different directions.
Yeah, me and her, we did it in public. I still think one of my favorite ones was the movie theater. That was fantastic, dude. She wore a skirt. We had it all planned out and everything, dude. Just pwned her right there in the theater.
The worst one was by the church.
Hey. To be fair, I didn't know it was a church until we left.
What's ironic about that is my favorite one is next to a church.
And it was in her mom's car, too, to top the cake on that one.
I have one story in a creek next to a church.
In a creek?
Yeah, in a creek next to a church. And mind you, it's a couple yards, like a quarter of a football field away, so 25 yards away from the church, but it's still right there in plain view of everyone.
Well, no matter where you do it, you're in view of God, so, what's it matter if you're in a church or not?
Yeah, I guess.
But there's some sketchy places that you can definitely do it. I mean, playground.
Whoa. One time, bro, alright? Fuck off.
Shit, I did it in that playground.
Yeah, that's true, right? The out-of-town park?
Yep.
Yeah, everyone goes there.
Everyone's done it there.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
I pissed down the slide there.
Was that before or after I moved there?
I don't know. No, actually, no, it wasn't the slide. It was the flower on Main Street.
We're good.
The big flower on Main Street. I climbed to the top of it and pissed on one of the leaves.
Shit, that's funny.
Yeah. But, no, movie theater is by far one of my favorites. Also, like, out in nature. I remember there were a couple times we used to drive the truck out in the desert and just do it in the bed of the truck under the stars. Beautiful scenery. Just, It's awesome. In between that and then the time we literally rode our dirt bikes, found a little engrave in the fucking mountain.
Desert riding or like off-road riding to a place, because the side-by-side, oh man, you can go pretty much anywhere. Well, not right now, but normally you can go pretty much anywhere, and you can get to some areas that it's like, fuck, this is remote. Like, there's nothing here.
Yeah.
And you can find some areas, and that's definitely like a big plus to that. Like,
yeah, it really adds to it, Never did get to do it on the beach, even though I grew up by the beach. Never did it on the beach.
I've never done sex on a beach, but I've done foreplay on a beach.
Yeah, never done sex on the beach. But I feel like
it can get very risky.
Sandy.
That's what I was wondering. A lot of sand in my ass crack.
Like, if you have a tent next to the beach, it's different. But like on a towel, because I've done that, it's not too much fun. It's a lot of friction.
Well, it's like me. Like, one thing I actually can't stand is shower sex.
Shower sex is just, unless you're the same height as somebody.
Which I'm not, because I'm attracted to short girls. Same. And I'm 6'3". Yeah. It doesn't work out well unless they're small enough and light where I can just pick them up and pin them on the wall.
Yeah.
When you're right there, either a little shorter than me or where I can't get you to mount it on the wall, there's a problem. Also, water is the complete opposite of fucking lube.
Yeah, it does. It dries up.
Yes, water dries that shit up.
You have to get water-based lubricant.
Exactly. And that's not even to put in her ass. That's in the vag. Because water dries them up.
I know.
It makes it fucking hurt, man. My dick was red. Well, either that or make sure she's on her period, then do it in the shower. Because that's self-lubing.
That's good, man. Add some flavoring for you, too, afterwards.
Hey, bro, I got to get my iron, man. I got my red wings. What about you boys?
Well, you already know I got mine.
Yep. What about
absolutely.
Brown wings?
Yep.
Eating that ass? I'll tongue punch her fart box. Let's go. Oh, hey, look, Muffins is calling me. I haven't actually fucking heard from him.
Wow.
I know,
Muffins
right?
is actually calling you.
All right, we definitely got off the rails of hentai and went straight to our just sex lives. That was interesting.
Well, yeah. Well, now that Muffins is calling.
Yeah, I want to see what he's up to. I ain't spoken to him all week, fucking jerk.
This has been Hentai Heathens, baby.
With Ender.
Yep.
Thank you for having me. It's been a blast, especially we're on topics that I can talk about.
Yeah.
First, when you start diving down the Dragon Ball path and everything like that. I just sit back and go on my phone for.
Hey, motherfucker! I didn't get to say a single word during Last of Us. Okay, I let y'all have
absolutely.
That.
So I definitely understand it. Like it's two completely different like play styles of games and stuff like that. I mean, when me and Di are talking about Elden Ring, of course, you just sit there and stay quiet because you've never played it, and I
never played
don't
any
fucking
Souls
blame
games.
you. So yeah, it's different topics and different lifestyles.
Truthfully, that's why actually I've been enjoying a lot more having guests in because it definitely opens it up more. Because yeah, even me and Die Hard, there's a lot we don't have in common. Like I have way more anime experience. Yeah, he's pretty well in tuned with at least the new modern ones and shit. But I can't talk to him about girlfriend or I've been killing slimes for 300 years. There's a lot.
Watch that one.
I meant My Next Life is a Villainous. That was the one I was thinking, because that's the one we talked about earlier. But I definitely feel having another person in, that's kind of like, look at the New Year's special, when y'all check that one out when I finally release it, on how, like, there was no pause in the conversations. There, because everyone at least had something they could, not every person could talk at the same time, but they were able to have that conversation, which then, that led to this one. I know what's going on with this. I could jump in that conversation, and I actually really enjoyed that. Like, I want to actually start leaning more on having either a third or two more, hence why I invested in another microphone as well.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it keeps the conversations more fresh and open to, because obviously I'm going to run out of things, and me and him are going to run out of things to talk about.
Yeah.
Having someone else
adding somebody else in there with their own insight on different, either whether it's games, anime, comics, doesn't even matter. You have that insight that somebody else can offer, and it opens up different opportunities for conversations.
Exactly.
And that's a big thing. I mean, because not everyone wants to talk about. You don't really watch live action. I do, so I can dive into that.
Yeah, and he does,
and you watch it as well, so we can dive into that. I don't watch a whole lot of anime. You guys do that very well, and there's a lot of people in the friend group that do that as well. And you can definitely talk about all these different categories that you wouldn't just normally talk about with just you two.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of why I've been wanting to explore more with other people and shit like that, is to actually broaden it more, because obviously we're going to reach a limit at some point and end up just repeating ourselves, which for me is super easy to do because I have shit memory and forget how many times I say the same story.
That's why I love the idea of either finding friends and just saying, hey, what would you like to hear about? Or, hell, comment about it and say, hey, what do you want to hear about and talk about?
That honestly is the only reason I want to get more popular. Like, I don't give a fuck about the pay. I mean, yes, it would be nice to get sponsored, would be cool. I want to actually build a crowd that is willing to, like, hell, jump on a fucking Discord call. Yeah. Leave comments. Like, let's actually open this up and have more conversations. Yep. Like, I mean, I have plenty of friends who could sit in here and do this shit, but I want to open it up to more. I want more people who maybe there's someone else who loves Dragon Ball as much as me. Highly unlikely, but, and could have a different view on it than I do. Like, well, that happened, but what about this? And like, oh, okay.
Well, the whole thing is you have your friend group, and you know what your friend group's into, and you know what your friend group's interested in. Once you start getting people that are outside of that friend group,
teach me
or
more.
People that are part of other people's friend group. Like, I have my own friend group outside of this.
Yeah.
You probably have another friend group on the games that you play with, and you have another friend group on there.
Wow, burn, bro. Way to burn me. You ever hear like, I have other friends. He has other friends. We're all you got, loser. Burn.
You got Muffin. There you go.
He's a part of the friend group, so it doesn't count. I got no one. I got the guys I work with, and good luck getting them in here.
Yeah, but
in March, I'm having Maxwell come and visit me, and Ikrin's going to be living with me by then too, so it's gonna be great.
I can't wait to take Ikring's face and shove it in my Mortal Kombat collection.
Yeah.
So this motherfucker, when I first met him and he was talking about how his buddy was a big Mortal Kombat fan and all that, I'm like, oh, is he now? And I fucking tested him, and even I sent him a photo of my collection. Even he was like, holy shit, I guess I'm not the biggest Mortal Kombat fan. I'm like, in your face, motherfucker. Like, have you read all the comics? He's like, there's comics. Yeah, bro. But no, I definitely want to keep expanding, and just to be able to broaden my horizon would be a very gay way to put it. I want to learn new animes. Maybe there is a live action you can convince me to finally check out and enjoy. Books I haven't read, mangas I haven't gotten into, video games that I've missed. More hentai, fucking please, God, give me more hentai.
That's difficult for me because I'm in a relationship. And
Since when?
Dude, I've been in a relationship for like a month and a half now. I haven't been watching any porn. Haven't been jacking off at all.
God, well, I gotta.
Dude, it's fucking great.
I gotta find a replacement for fucking Die Hard. He's taken now. Goodbye, fucking free life.
Sucks for him.
Yeah.
Bro, what do you mean? I'm still here.
Can I at least watch?
Peeping dorm room. Go over there with some cameras.
Hey, I did just get some cameras for T-Mobile, so hey, didn't say I had to put them in my house.
That's so bad, dude. You're gonna walk around and you're gonna look at this fucking. That fucking clock looks a little weird, dude. What the hell is that? He's over here.
Sound coming from
don't see that.
What's that sound coming from the clock?
Outside the window, fucking get a little like binoculars and shit.
Oh, that's like the fucking we kept making the joke with Walrus because he's still a fucking virgin.
Yeah.
We kept making the joke that he's like secretly a fucking like pedo, like runs out the window every night, just going like a caveman jacking off to everything, and like we've had a lot of theory stories on Walrus. It's fucking funny. So like he's a plant, just goes and hides in the fucking closet and gathers photosynthesis.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Reproduces asexually,
asexually. Fucking yeah. We've made up a lot of, which led to one of the funniest fucking things ever from my mom. So we was literally in this house. I let her live in the master bedroom when she was staying with me. We were on the living room having these conversations about Walrus's sex life and making up all these stories and all that. And we're loud. We're talking loud. My mom straight comes out. My mom is a very Christian woman. She's a very decent woman. Doesn't cuss. Nothing like that. She straight comes out of her room, walks down the hallway, and just goes, "You guys are fucking weird," and then just went back into her room.
That's so fucking great.
One of the greatest moments ever. It was hilarious, especially when it's always funny when people don't cuss when they actually do. It really adds to it. Someone like me saying "fuck" is literally nothing because that's just my vocabulary.
It's like a favorite word, man. I just use it over everything.
It's because I'm stupid and have a small vocabulary, but I love when people who actually don't do because it really does push the point they're making, which is to me what cursing should be used for to begin with, is to truly push a point you're trying to make, to really show that you mean this.
Fuck
exactly.
But like for him, that's just like saying because fuck yeah to us is just our normal cool. Oh no, fucking cool is the normal cool. Yeah. If it's really cool, hell fucking yeah.
Then you throw the two curse words together.
You gotta and then you gotta add more and more. Oh, fucking yeah, fuck yeah, man, motherfucker. Extra fries, motherfucker. Goodbye, motherfuckers.
Or even get a little hypey about it. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go.
Right? No, I think if you really want to get effect, go quieter with it. Fuck. Fuck yeah. Make it feel like you're fucking ejaculating. Fuck yeah.
Like you're coming for the first time. Fuck yeah.
Oh, God.
All right. This has been Hentai Heathens, babies. We love you.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, I didn't make a button on the pedal for stop. Shit. Adios, motherfucker.